Oh, this is going to be so much fun.
Yep.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Thursday game that I have hijacked from Dennis's time slot.
Yay! Wait.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Mm.
So, first things first, I need to quickly change this because I just realised that... There we go. So, last time, our intrepid adventurers were hired to go out and find a missing shipment for the town of Floxglen as annual festival. Festivities, parties, feasting to go on for a week. They went out, found the shipment, but no sign of the coachman, no sign of robbery. So they gathered what they could together and made their way back to town, only to find that the town wasn't as lively as when they left. In fact, the mood was rather dead.
Nice.
Can we have the DM take like 1d6 psychic damage or something for that?
No.
Oh.
Y'all punished me with puns, you're getting punished with puns.
Yes, Janice, you take 4 points of psychic damage, because I said so.
Punish me in your own games. No, wait, no.
I'll make a note of that.
So, they managed to skillfully avoid getting cornered in the streets by some naughtiness, and they made their way to the town centre and found what lay ahead. Oh, excuse me. A square full of undead, as well as a mysterious flower that seemed to be spewing out some sort of sickly green mist. Survivors in the town hall have been completely surrounded. And while they attempted to clear the way, they tried to burn the flower, which in turn got up and started running towards them. So, that is where we left off, because it was a little bit late.
You distressed goblin noises.
Yep, many distressed goblin noises. So, first things first. We have Dennis coming back, and he wants to participate. So, Dennis, would you be so kind as to roll me an initiative?
It would be my absolute pleasure. That's going to be a boop.
Perfect. So let's just get you in here.
Sorry, I needed to. I should have added to turn order myself.
I'll get you.
Okay, thank you.
I hear sirens.
You do, yes. Sorry,
Yep.
and there's an echo because they're going past the apartment, so both me and Megan our yeah.
I'd say it's appropriate, given the situation.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. All right. So, top of the turn order is going to be the flyer. I accidentally closed its stats. There.
It
Roll it
has
back
one
up.
hit points. It's got ones and everything. Double disadvantage.
How's this thing even alive?
It has a few singes on it. Some burns from where you hit it with your improvised fire arrow, as well as the 2 large flaming spheres in the corner.
You're welcome.
But as it devoured the corpse, you notice that the burns seem to fall away and new twisted growth of the vines seems to fill in the areas that get burned away. It is in a constant state of movement. The tendrils are flailing around as it ran across it, knocked over all these zombies. And it's now thrashing against the side of the building. As you watch, a number of the tendrils start to slap into the stonework, breaking their way in between the bricks as the creature starts to climb the building. It is now starting to peek over the corner of this roof.
It can climb, it can climb.
This building is around 25 or so feet tall. It's a pretty low building. The one you're currently on is 35 feet from the ground. So, yes, it is climbing. Next up, Wooly.
Hi! Alright, first things first, I'd like to use my bonus action to yeet my flaming sphere as close to this thing as I can.
What's your range
Before
of
you do
movement?
anything, I do want to say I'm out of the turn order for some reason.
Oh, right. Oops, because I accidentally...
You did not... You don't have the best luck when it comes to getting yourself in the turn order, do you, D?
Yeah, it was
No.
my fault because I accidentally deleted the other token.
Oops.
Can you
Oh,
remember
actually,
what
yeah.
your initiative was?
9.
9.
9.
There we go.
Yeah, and you're quite right. I'm terrified beyond the capacity for rational thought.
But yeah, I believe you are seeing how far I can move it.
Yep.
That'll be 30 feet. So 30 feet toward its general direction.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to hit it because it's currently
5,
climbing.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So it moves roughly here.
Yeah.
Doing
If it can
damage
s-
to all these guys.
If we can incinerate the zombies nearby, then that's a good thing.
Well, anything that hit on the way would have immediately died. So, because they all have 1 hit point. So that's good to know. Okay, so that was my bonus action, and Wally is going to cast Magic Missile on this fucker at first level. And I'm aiming for the bulb specifically.
So
Okay.
these stay, even though you can still cast other spells while these stay.
Yep, it's a concentration spell. As long as I don't cast another concentration spell or get the shit kicked out of me, I should be able to keep the flaming spheres going.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2 damage already, and 2 more. So 6 damage overall.
6 damage on the creature.
And I am going to use my movement to back up a bit. Right against the edge of the map. And that'll be Wally's turn.
Okay. Next up, Souls.
Okay. Now, first, let me open this character sheet.
I rolled for these guys, and technically they made their undead fortifications save. But I will say, because they are currently standing in a fireball, that will get rid of them.
Yeah, they immediately
Yeah.
arrived and revived, then died again.
Yep.
To be honest, I think rules with fire, if it's on fire, it's dead, to be honest.
It's not like I don't have a few others.
You know, okay, I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna roll intelligence to see if Cheese is actually smart enough to know that this could potentially be a bad idea.
Uh-oh.
No,
Is he
I'm
gonna try-
intrigued.
Oh,
Yes,
boy.
me too. I'm always intrigued by what Icy's gonna do.
Okay, with that 6, no. Okay, so 5, and then 10 feet to here. Fairness?
Yeah, okay.
10 feet to there?
This roof is 25 feet. This one is 35 feet.
Okay, so 10 feet down. And then... I'm going to use Charger to try and ram the thing back onto the ground.
Ooh.
So dash action, 5, 10, bam.
Roll me a strength check.
Come on, you resilient little gremlin.
Okay.
Oh no.
First off, roll your attack as well.
Let's see. It is a.
Oh wait, or push the target away. Okay. So, before you take this bonus action, you either gain a +5 bonus to the attack's damage roll, or push the target up to 10 feet away. No, that's fine. You manage to push it and it loses its grip. It is now back on ground level.
Nice.
Roll me 2d6.
Oh no.
Poison damage, of course.
Okay, you do 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, nice.
Okay, and then he still has. That was 5. What was I here? 5, 15. Oh, gee. Because he still had 50 feet of regular movement left.
Dear sister, what are you going to do?
Ashani is going to concentrate and just there she is going to conjure those whip swords. She's going to conjure one of them in midair. That's the wrong spell I just pressed. Bear with me just 1 second. She conjures a whip sword just there, which starts snaking around like a cobra.
I sure could use a flaming Pikesh right now.
Have the sun sword
And
because that's all I have.
okay. And for a movement, she's going to spiritual weapon. For a movement, she's going to fly 15 feet this direction diagonally. So she's just on the edge of a roof, above the edge of a roof, and she's going to cast Produce Flame.
You are aware that isn't a
Produce
ranged
Flame,
attack, right?
sorry. Yeah, I was at Sacred Flame. Sorry.
Ah, that'll do.
She doesn't have thingy flame.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Because that's the Druid spell.
Let me just very quickly double check the stats. How dexterous is this thing? Surprising. 13. Just manages to fail. So 5 radiant damage.
Nice.
Did the spiritual weapon hit?
With a 10, no.
Right. Okay. Shana's going to move the last 15 feet of the flight movement vertically up.
Okay. Do you see whenever you click your token, you have your red, your green, and your blue circle? Would you keep track of your height in the green circle for me?
Okay, so that's 75 feet now.
Okay.
Going with the roof as well.
Just to make things a little easier for me to keep track of you.
Okay.
Just to see how hard I have to get the guys to throw something at you. Alright. So, as you're focused on this, you hear a crash on the other side of this building as one of the windows on the tiny roof hack side breaks open, and you see a young man climb out, pulling behind him a young lady. Lady Shiv, your manservant has successfully extricated you from the zombie-filled house. What do you do?
Thank you, Bob. Thank you very much. So are we on the roof or are we like on the ground floor? Or did we basically go through the window?
Yous were in a bungalow that had like a roof space. As this thing started to crash into the side of the building, it broke the bottom windows, and the zombies are now coming towards it. So you have to you broke your way out of the roof space through a tiny little window that's there. So now you can't have clambered onto the roof.
Oh, okay. So there's a little goblin right next to me.
Yep.
Yeah. I've been watching a bit of this. Have I noticed that these people are helping? This isn't a goblin that's behind all this or anything like that.
The goblin had his back to you, and he looks a little bit rough, like he was in in a battle. You
Well,
also
yes,
can
I mean, he's a
see
goblin.
a flying person.
Ah, yes.
She's about 75
tiefling.
feet in the air above that building. You could probably see Theanu on this side of the roof, and just the head of... I have forgotten your character's name. Sigrid.
Sigrid.
And you could probably see Wooly's head.
Yes. Okay, so this probably looks like an adventuring group, not a bunch of random goblins. Okay. In that case, so, I mean, I had a whole thing planned where I was just going to sacrifice Bob needlessly, but, since he's up here with me. She's going to... Well, I suppose we best get to this. That's going to be 5, 10. Can I see the creature from here, or is it covered by the building?
Ground level.
Right.
So you're not going to see it from here. You would have to be pretty much to the edge of the roof to see it from this direction.
Okay.
Also, Bob is working on minion rules, which means you use your bonus action to control him.
All right. Let's see. 15. That's going to be a 20. Okay. Can I see it from here?
You can see the writhing tentacles. Yes.
Right. Oh dear. Right. So I think what I'm going to do is I think we may as well start strong. So I've seen that this creature has been eating the bodies. Is that correct?
Yes.
And it's been healing itself. Now, would it be within 20-foot range, or rather, would it be in a 10-foot range?
Not when you're on the roof. No.
No, okay. Well, in that case, at second level, I'm going to cast Witch Bolt. Basically, I'm going to burn the fucker with my lightning.
Nice.
I think... Exactly.
Taste my lightning.
Pretty
21
much.
will hit. So that
Yes, I think
is
I'll save it like that for now.
20 damage. Excellent.
And I'll probably make sure that anybody who's in the building, any of the survivors, they get me on my good side, as I'm taking on this abomination for them, the people.
Did we see that go down?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like her.
That's my turn.
All right.
In fact, actually, yeah, sorry. For bonus action, I'll probably snap my fingers and, have Bob next to me in case I need someone to stand behind.
Oh god, I'm flash. I would assume I can't bow and arrow the thing from here.
You would need to step towards the edge of the roof.
And now how would I also need to there's all this over here. It would take me a turn to make another fire arrow, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Then Thenenyo calls out, "Do your magic, everybody!" and proceeds to start trying to take out zombies. He's going to try to hit them with his bow and arrow, which I'm going to pull up here if I can.
Roll to attack.
Okay. Whoever he can see. Just
okay, that'll
pick
hit.
one.
So, we'll
But I
say...
did that up wrong.
So you strike that one, it collapses to the ground.
He's trying to keep the he's observant. He knows what happened.
Okay.
He also knows he can't do shit to this thing.
And is that you?
Get to work, wizards!
Sigrid, you're up.
Okay. Can I move forward and then attack?
You can.
Sweet. Okay, fine. Then I would like to move to the edge of the roof next to Sister Ashani. See, 5, 10, 15, 20. And I would like to cast Magic Stone again.
Sure. I'm pretty sure
Alright.
you have one left
Yeah,
from
you
your
still
last
got-
excursion.
Do I?
Also, you've
Okay.
still got your fireball active as well.
Oh, right. Okay. I couldn't remember.
Magic Stone, you make 3 with the spell. You use 2, so you still have 1 left.
Okay. Sweet.
I'm also just going to put a little concentration flag on you. There we are.
Awesome.
This is how I keep
Okay.
track of my casters using concentration spells, because I forget otherwise.
That's valid. Okay. So I roll to see if to attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. It's
12. Okay. What's your damage?
It is roll.
Okay. Nice.
Yay. And that's it. That's all I can do right now.
Okay.
Alright.
Though, if I may point out, you can yeet your flaming sphere closer to the big old mean shrubbery there.
You could
Oh, I can?
move that on your bonus action.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure how bonus actions work.
You have your
Okay.
action, your bonus
May I
action,
recommend
and your
that?
movement.
Okay.
Remember, you can only move at 30 feet.
Yeah, I recommend about there, because then you could probably take out all these.
Yeah, if you want to try and move it in that line there, it would do damage to all those zombies.
Okay. Then yeah, let's do that. Okay.
I don't need a roll for it, but let me just quickly double check the spell.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, you're alright, you're alright. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, so we'll pop it down there below you. Let me see. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dexterity saving throw. If you ram the sphere into a creature, that creature must make a saving throw against the sphere's damage. If the sphere stops moving this turn... Oh! If you ram the sphere into a creature, that creature must make a saving throw against the sphere's damage. The sphere stops moving this turn. So unfortunately, if she tries to do that, it'll ram into these two first, and will stop.
In that case,
Come join Wally, the cool wizard.
yeah.
2 flaming spheres are better than 1.
Let's say try and get it out there, I'd say.
Were there, I think. So you want to move it to here?
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that.
Is it you pinging?
No.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And we'll say 30 is there. So, what is your spell save DC?
I'll say 13.
Never mind, it rolled on that one.
Okay. Yay!
This one is burned and dead.
The only way it's gonna save from that is if the spell save is 0.
There. It rolled a 2, and had a minus to its thing. Okay. Not that
Yay.
some of these zombies have different stats or anything.
Sure.
And is that you?
That's it.
Okay. So, Y'all have made a lot of noise.
Oh yeah.
5, 10, 15.
Protect me, Bob.
There can't be that many people in this fucking town.
I mean, it's a city.
A
To
lot
be
of people
fair,
probably
Town of
think
about
for the festival.
1,700 people.
to be fair, we've got the 2 fireballs there, so
Whoosh, 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 whoosh,
True.
whoosh.
So these
Get
guys
some
walked
AoE down.
directly into it. So, do you ever watch flies go into a fly zapper?
Yeah.
yeah.
Just
What's that? Whoosh, 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 whoosh.
so. So a few of them walk into it and just kind of fizzle. Some of them start tripping over bits and pieces. This one gets too close to the creature and just kind of falls into it and gets swept up in the tentacles.
Mob.
Pretty much, yeah. Now then. Let me just, I need more dice.
Oh, that's always good to hear when the DM says that.
1, 2, 3. Where's my D12? There it is. Okay, so as you're watching the zombies shuffle closer, you watch as a few of them start to fall, just clatter to the ground. And as you look at them, you realize that the reason that they're clattering to the ground is because there are now crossbow bolts sticking out of their backs.
Hmm.
Ooh.
You glance up and you can see that some of the remaining guards on the upper floors just fired a volley.
Nice.
A
They're
lot of
helping!
them missed.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
Who got hit?
Oh,
Nobody.
no.
They just missed. They were
Oh,
firing
phew.
down into the
Okay.
crowd. And
You
this-
know you've just given her an idea now, Dennis, right?
It's what I do. I'm sorry, we DMs thrive on,
Yeah.
helping each other out.
chaos.
It's true.
Careful, guys. Grandpa Dragon just fixed my hair.
Okay. Next up, it's the creature. It's going to get up, ruffle its tentacles, and you see the creature still has the little writhing zombie strangled in its tentacles as it's reaching for you. The little zombies then just pulled up toward one of the larger flower pods and just gets consumed.
Ugh.
Ugh. Disgusting.
So that is math. I swear, is my greatest enemy in this game is math.
Know
Mm-hmm.
your math.
Okay,
Just leave it on the ground.
so it has that many corpses. It's then gonna start climbing again
Oh.
Nope.
and
Protect
again
me, Bob.
to the corner of the roof, and then it is going to attack.
Of course it is.
So let me just quickly double check. It's yeah, okay. Um. So Bob is dead.
Good job, Bob.
You fucking
Bob is a commoner. It
Yeah.
rolled a 24 to hit
Huh.
and did maximum damage.
He,
So basically,
he's
we just saw a
perfect.
tendril come down and smash him flat.
Pretty much.
I believe it.
Oh
Just
no.
this tentacle came up over the lip of the roof. When Shiv went, protect me, Bob! So he kind of turned, lifted up the little pot lid he was using as a shield, and just like a bug.
How
Yeah.
are you
I
ever
would love to
going to
hear this.
replace him? He was at least as strong as 4 zombies.
I really want to hear the inspirational speech he was giving to Shiv just before dying in the movie version of this.
Oh, it's all right, lady. Don't worry. I'll protect you. I've been looking after you since you were little.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh no,
And
how
yeah.
terrible. Anyway.
Yeah, basically. She just like wipes a bit of blood off her cheek. It's just like, oh dear.
Speaking of oh dear, Shiv, does
Yeah.
24 hit you?
Well, that is a very good question because I would like to cast shield as a reaction, but I don't have shield, so yeah, it does hit me.
Oh no. Oh no.
Could you take 14 bludgeoning damage?
14 bludgeoning, yes. I would do that. Uh-huh.
And then make me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution, you say? Yes, my constitution is somewhat. Let's see if that's a saving throw.
I need more dice.
Right, so I just want to
actually-
double check.
Whipping out another set of dice for this encounter.
Oh my god.
This is very silly. Oh no, saving throw. Oh, say Constitution. Come on.
Okay, you're good.
Why are all the goblin pictures I find ugly as thin or female and cute as fuck?
Yeah.
Because goblins?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
so that's 2 attacks, and now it gets its 3rd attack, because it can attack 3 times. And
course it
I'm
can.
going to assume that a 7 doesn't hit you.
You would assume that, considering the fact I'm playing a sorcerer with 0 armor. No, 7 doesn't actually hit.
Alright, so that's its turn. Next up, Wally.
I have to ask, like, don't sorcerers have mage armor as an option?
I did not equip that. I have. That is not the build I'm going with.
Dennis, I love you, man, but you knew
Yeah.
what you were heading into, right?
Yeah.
You knew he was going to try and kill you.
This is my first full caster. Well, second.
Well, bit of sagely wisdom for you. Take
Mhm.
mage armor. Always take mage armor. No exceptions. You're gonna need it. All right, now it's time for me to take my turn. So, first things first. Am I able to yeet the flaming sphere into the plant monstrosity?
Can the flaming sphere fly?
Yes. I will check the specifics about that. Let's see.
It always says you
When you
can
move the
it.
sphere, you can direct it over barriers up to 5 feet and jump it across pits up to 10 feet wide. Blah, 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 blah.
Up to 5 feet. I'm afraid that it'll not get up to the
Leave it.
creature.
It's limited flight. Ah,
To be honest, we can still use it to prevent zombies getting close.
yes.
Oh, Caw, go ahead and do it. I have plenty. Caw.
Oh no.
I actually didn't catch what you said.
I literally didn't
Do
understand
it!
that.
I have a plan, caw. I think Cheese is gonna try and ram it off the roof again.
Yeah.
Fine. Then I will yeet the sphere as close as I can get. Perhaps directly under it. Is that possible?
You can direct it under it, yes.
Okay. Do that, please.
Okay. Woof, 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 woof.
Alright, now I'm gonna move myself over here.
Just a moment.
And second burst. Oh, sorry.
Ah!
Oh, it's just map shenanigans.
Yep.
Okay, I was panicking then.
I was trying to kill off the zombie, but it it was in the way.
Alright then, so second burst, same as the first. Wally's going to cast another bunch of magic missiles. So, boom, 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 into this thing's bulbs.
So what's that, 9? Okay.
Yes. And that'll be his turn.
Okay. Just making sure there was no immunities there. Alright. Well, at least not to magical attacks. So that's Wooly. Next up. Tools.
All right, 5, 10, and then. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Charge!
I love that reference.
Damn.
Okay, so quickly did check this up. I do actually need to make a strength contested. So you want to roll strength, and I'll roll strength, and we'll see what happens. 9.
Oh, come on.
Sorry, with its modifiers, it just beats you. So you slam it, a number of its tendrils go flailing off. It starts to lose its grip on the roof, but one of the tendrils just lashes back up and grabs onto the roof again. So unfortunately, you were not able to push it this time.
Then, because that was a dash, and there was a bonus action. 5, 10, and
It's going to make an attack of opportunity at you. Unfortunately, you used your action to dash, so you will be unable to attack. And
okay.
it messes with its attack of opportunity. I liked your plan. It's just a pity it didn't work out. That would have been funny.
Get off the roof! Let's see.
So, bird's eye view, Sister Shani. What are you up to?
Okay. Ashani is going to make a quick assessment of the situation. She's going to do a quick check on the spiritual weapon, see where I can move it to. Just says move 20 feet, so I don't think I'll be able to lift it up to there.
I think the spiritual weapon can fly, but because the spell specified on the flaming sphere that it had a limit, so I think it should be okay.
Okay. She's going to move it up towards the creature, so basically 20 feet vertically.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to try to slashy.
That'll hit. Ooh, 11 force damage. Okay.
And she's going to follow it up.
With a Sacred Flame. A dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
Natural 20. Not even joking.
Ah. Yeah, it still takes 11 points of damage.
Yeah, it does a sizable amount of damage. Is that you? You staying where you are?
Yeah. She's going to stay where she is.
What's the range in Sacred Flame, just out of idle curiosity? Is it 30 feet?
60 feet.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Just wanted to be sure.
And it's just at the top. It's just at the top of the roof, so it's within range.
Okay, so Sev, you're covered in Bob jam.
Ugh. It's normally his job to clean it up, but I suppose needs must. So the action is she. By the way, while all this has been going on, she's been keeping Witchbolt up. So it's literally Palpatine. It's not, the lightning has not come off. So what I'm going to do is my action is going to maintain that. That's going to be 2d12. Fuck!
Oh!
Come on!
Really?
Okay, so I have a decision to make here. Am I... Yeah, no. I could spend a source... I could use a bonus action to increase the damage. But... Right, so here's my question to the DM. Is there any way of me running over here and jumping up?
It's 10 feet. You would need to do a climb check.
Okay, would that count as an action?
For 10 feet, I would say no.
Okay, well, because here's the thing. I'm a storm sorcerer, so the idea was I was going to keep blasting it, and I'm basically going to run up to this area here and use Storm Sorcery. I will actually just link it. Basically, I can fly up to 10 feet in the air without, it's basically like a free disengage. But with that amount of damage, yeah, I'm going to be a coward, unfortunately, and that is what I'm going to do. So 5, 10, tempestuous magic, and I'm going to be up there now, and I'm still maintaining the witch bolt, but yeah, I can't use the bonus action to increase the damage, unfortunately, so that's going to be her turn.
You're a full spellcaster, Dennis. You're not being a coward, you're being sensible.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll just for flavour, she'll just say, "Thank you, strange goblin."
Dianu.
Somebody knock it down! Please, the little gobo is scared.
You're muted, D.
Oh, yeah. Hello. So Than is going to see what's going on. He is going to call out and say, "Get back behind me, girls!" And then he's going to... Yep, he is. And then he's going to longbow. Well, he wants to protect them, of course. And then he's going to say, "I've got this." And
He ain't got this.
fire off. No.
You know what I want.
Hold on. Yep.
Now just got this picture of that scene in the training scene in Men in Tights where the arrow's on the wrong way around, it just fires.
Okay. Daniel, you're a little bit too focused on looking good for the ladies that your aim is woefully off. And it skates off the edge of the roof and sails over the top of the creature, tumbles, and then just kind of drops harmlessly on the head of a zombie that suddenly starts turning around and looking above it.
Oh, come on. That was a moment.
Is
Should have been focusing on your aim and not the moment, my boy.
Yeah, that was out loud. He said that for real.
Mm-hmm.
Just the narrator. He did, in fact, not got this. So, anything else? Is that you?
Yeah, that is my turn.
Sigrid.
Okay. Do I still have my flaming
Yep,
flaming
still
spear?
got it.
Okay. So I want to try something, but it's also a concentration spell. So if I do that, it would drop the flaming sphere,
Yeah.
right?
It would, yeah.
Okay. Okay. My priority. I'm gonna shift my priorities, I think, and I want to cast Moonbeam
Ooh.
on the
Ooh.
creature. And...
That's a good spell.
Delicious.
I hear voices. Where are they coming? Yeah. So how do
Live without you. Sorry,
I?
I couldn't resist. Okay.
Good job.
A Constitution saving throw. Not 20. Not even joking. Let's see. It'll take half as much damage. So it'll take 8 points of light damage.
Yay.
And
Because say Moonbeam is area effect, isn't it? I think.
5 foot
believe it
radius
is.
and a 40-foot high cylinder.
Right. 5 foot radius, 5 foot high cylinder. Right, got it.
Until the spell ends. And it's a duration for a minute. So I'm just going to hijack your flaming sphere. Nope, that's a zombie. Hijack your flaming sphere and use that. So that's the moonbeam.
Okay.
As long as you
Yay.
got rid of the flaming sphere. Is that you? Do you want to move or anything?
Is it 5 feet across? If I well, no. I'm just gonna stay. I'm gonna stay where I am right now.
Okay.
Yep, I'm good.
Next up. Tis the zombies.
Zombie
Just-
Nation.
Crowd around. Start getting closer to the bottom of the house. You notice
And
that
ship up.
a few
You
of them
just
are
can't
starting to
stop.
get drawn away from over here as well. Over in front of the Capitol building. To make tokens! I did this to myself. This one goes and just falls off the stage. Cracks its head.
We all know how hard it is to keep track of multiple things on the board, isn't it, Dungeon Masters?
Okay.
Oh god, yeah.
Little
Next up.
zombos.
I'll take thee away.
Let's hear the as arrows and
Aim for the thing, the peak. Then.
oh my god. And there. Okay. These guys' aim is terrible.
God!
Next
No
up.
wonder this happened. Sorry.
So, with the last of its move, it pulls itself up onto the roof. Well, first off, it needs to make a save for the flaming. No, the flaming sphere's underneath it. Never mind.
Yep.
It's going to move over 5, 10 away from the
Oh
moon,
god!
and then it's going to use the rest of its movement to start climbing the side of this building. So it is now on the edge of the roof here. As it's skittering along and climbing, you notice that another one of the corpses that is on its back gets shoved into its gaping floor.
Oh no.
No, thank you. I'm
Sounded
quite well,
weird.
thanks.
What is that? It's a 9. Math, my greatest enemy.
Mm-hmm.
So now... There we are. Okay. And then, it is going to flail its tentacles around. It is going to try for cheese with 16.
Misses.
Okay. It's going to try for shiv with a 24.
Fuck it. Okay, sure.
God!
I'm sorry. Okay. You take 6 plus 2, blah, 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 8 points of bludgeoning damage, and I'm gonna need another Constitution saving throw.
Ouch. Yes.
Welcome aboard, DeVillo.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Constitution saving throw. Woof.
Oh no.
Okay. I need to roll.
I assume I lose my spell.
Okay. So. 10,
That was a lot of dice I heard.
15, 17.
Oh God.
That is 17 points of additional poison damage.
No,
Well, I have
I'm gonna make a
4
guess
points.
and presume you're down.
I mean, I had 4 hit points to begin with. So I don't think I'm dead. But yes, hello everybody. By the way, my name's Nick.
Right. Did I
And the
do
lightning
over your maximum hit points in that attack?
No, because I had 4 hit points remaining from the initial attack.
Okay.
The poison damage, because my max hit points are 26.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah. Well,
She's
define
like-
good.
So this woman firing lightning from her fingers just hovered up onto the roof beside you, gave you a glance and went, hello, zzz, smack. Much like Bob before her. Her body crumples to the roof. A few little spurts of lightning sparking out from her fingers.
It's a reverse bug zapper. I love it.
And lastly, it's going to do its last attack against Sigrid. And I'm going to assume 9 doesn't hit you.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh,
Right, let me just. It's okay. I've got a bunch of different character sheets ready. It's like, hang on, let me just send you. Let me send you a messages token. Fucking hell.
I'm so sorry.
I love it. I fucking love it.
Bully, I need
Hi!
you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, really? Okay. Constitution saving throw. That's a fat 10.
Okay. As this thing is close to you, you can see that this thing is just wafting the green mist away. And now that it is so close to you, you get a sniff of the concentrated, the concentrated stench of this creature. And you are now incapacitated until the
What?
end of the turn.
So I can't do anything whatsoever.
Each creature that starts its turn within 10 feet of the corpse floor or one of its zombies must make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw. Unless the creature is a construct or undead, on a failed save, the creature is incapacitated until the end of the turn.
Oh, fuck
Unless
me.
you are immune to the poison damage or poisoned condition.
No.
Luckily, on a successful save, the creature is immune to the stench of all of this creature for 24 hours.
Oh, well. I guess that's my turn then.
Sorry.
I got something cool planned too.
And here's the thing.
you can't kill Wooly.
And here's the lovely thing. All of you, except the sister, are within 10 feet of this thing at the start of your turn. Cheese!
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, Cheese,
Oh.
you are also in the same boat.
Wait.
I told you
Whoa.
this thing was going to be dangerous. I warned
Yeah.
you. Sister!
Ashani is going to notice Lady Sheev. She is going to cast Healing Word.
Okay.
And then she's going to follow it up with a Guiding.
It's attention. Make it mad.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I already did that.
Okay. Guiding Bolt, that'll hit. And it will do how much damage?
Let's see, level 1, 12 damage.
Ooh, very nice.
And as she does that, she's cast a healing and she goes, Exunate Grace, rise!
So, out of curiosity, do I come back with 5 hit points or do I come back with 1?
Healing from unconscious always starts at 0.
That's fair. So 5.
Yep.
Okay.
Some DMs start at minus 10, and I don't like that. It's just you 0. 0 is your bench line,
Yeah.
regardless of
Yeah,
how
yeah.
far in minus you get.
And if zombies can have 1 hit point, then
Yeah.
Anything else, sister?
Nope, that's all she can do, really.
Okay. Next up. You are
Okay,
awake
yeah.
and are currently lying under a tendril.
Nope. Okay, that's going to be if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Actually, let's see. So that's 1d8. Because I don't know if like a shocking grasp. No. We're going to do this instead. So here's the thing. Let me just read up on levitate 1 second. Could try and throw it off the building again, but
Yes.
Try.
yes. Okay. Yes. in fact, yes. That's actually what I'm going to do. At 2nd level, I'm going to use my 2nd spell slot, and let's see. I'm going to cast levitate. Basically, she's on her back. She just wakes up, sees this right above her. She's like, nope. Shoves both hands out. Cast levitate, and bonus action, I'm going to burn a sorcery point, and I'm going to ensure that where's my
Don't mind me, I'm
Yes,
just hastily drawing on a little bit more map for you guys.
Thank you.
I get you.
Mm.
Oof.
Also, Dennis,
Yes.
Just wait for my turn.
while he's unconscious, so doesn't that mean like concentration on burning sphere is automatically annulled?
You're incapacitated. That's not unconscious.
Oh,
yeah, there is a difference.
Yeah.
thank goodness for that.
Let's see. Incapacitated 5e. I don't think it drops your concentration.
Yeah, it
let's
just
see.
says I can't take actions or reactions.
Yeah. It would only. That would only make you drop your concentration if you needed to utilize a bonus action or action to force the spell to stay active. As
Is
far
it
as
really
I'm
that-
aware, Flaming Sphere doesn't need you to focus your action or bonus action to keep it active. It needs
No, it
a bonus action to move it, so it's still active.
That's correct. Also, that is very vague because by the description, does that mean I could have still moved? Because that's movement. It's not action.
Technically?
Yeah.
Sorry, I got that mixed up with stunned. My apologies.
No,
Would
no,
you
I
have
don't-
liked to have moved?
no, because it doesn't make sense.
Cheese, would you have liked to have moved?
Yeah.
Then I will allow you to make your movement because the DM got confused between status effects.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20.
Good call.
I literally looked up what incapacitated explicitly meant because I don't think Wizards of the Coast know what it means.
Yeah, I got mixed up with the stunned status effect. My apologies.
I mean, it says right here, unable to act.
Okay, so right, you have another building nearby.
Thank you. We'll need that.
Yeah.
So it's not another building, it's more building.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another building
so
a little further on.
I have a question as well. Now, going through this, because I know that we've got at least one person who's played a sorcerer many times, so I might be asking Icy for assistance here. Now, with my sorcerer point, I've just burned 3 of my sorcery points to make sure that this bastard basically has disadvantage on the saving throw that it needs to resist the levitate spell. Now, you don't need to add the zombies too. No, that's fine. The building's just fine. You don't need more zombies. The question I've got to ask is, the particular one I've just used, empowered spell, that doesn't require an action. So do I technically still have my bonus action to do my storm sorcery thing and just slide across the floor 10 feet away from it?
As
Let's
far as
say-
I know, your sorcery points do not require actions unless specified by the enhancement.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so yeah, bonus action, 10 feet. Literally, she's on her back, hands are going nope, and she's just like across the tiles.
Like reverse crab walk.
Yes! And that's my turn.
Okay.
Thank you.
And that ability does proc opportunity attack, so you're fine.
You are a kind and merciful DM.
I am,
Yes.
aren't I? The Anyu! Would you make a Constitution saving throw for me, please?
Come on, Danny boy. You can do this. I believe in you.
You are fine. This thing stinks to high heaven. But you smelt worse when you had to dive into a sewer to hide from the gangsters you just swindled.
Joke. I was gonna have him say, "I've been in troll prison. I've smelled worse." And then he says, "I can't believe I'm gonna do this." And what he's trying to do is grab Wooly and pull him as far back to safety as he can.
Okay.
Okay.
So what would be the mechanics of that? I don't want to make you go through all of it.
Because he's incapacitated, he can't really make a reaction to resist you, so he's probably going to follow you along willingly.
Yeah.
Whenever you are dragging someone, it's usually half your movement.
Mm-hmm.
So your movement speed is halved.
Right. So where would that put me if I wanted to get over here?
So first
far
off,
over
you would
here.
go 5, 10. To get behind him, it would be 5, 10, 15. And then you would have 15 left, which is half. So you'd be able to pull him to there with your full movement.
And I'd be right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, Grandpa. Let's go.
He is choking and gagging and trying not to vomit. Poor
You're gonna be
Cheese
okay.
is also struggling to hold on to his cheese.
You're gonna be okay, old man. Let's go. Come on. Smack, smack, smack.
Aw.
Anything else you want to do?
No, just trying to smack him a little bit like a 40s movie. Like, come on.
Alright. Sigrid, would you be so kind as to make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yes.
I feel like I'm picking on you guys.
That's because you are.
Sigrid,
Oh, dear.
I'm afraid you are also incapacitated.
It's a regular. No, that's a regular con. That's a regular con, not a con save.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
It should be just below that on
Yeah,
the left-hand
just- yeah.
side on the D&D Beyond. Your
Oh,
little
okay.
saves boxes.
Gotcha.
To be fair, I keep making the mistake as well. One of us.
So, you are incapacitated. However, as I was rightly corrected, you can still move. So, off you. Here's what I mean. I'm not a perfect DM. If I make a mistake, I want you to let me know.
I guess I'll. Yeah, I guess I'll move over here by Shiv. But
I mean,
that's still
in all fairness, you can probably move
Yeah.
up to 30 feet. It's entirely up to you what you do, but for me personally, I'd be running away.
okay, fine. 10, 15, 20. Okay, I'll go over here.
It is, unfortunately, going to make a opportunity attack at you.
That's okay.
Does 13 hit you?
Yep.
Oh, no.
Really?
Yeah, my armor class is 12.
Yeah,
Do
snap.
you have your armor equipped on your character sheet? On your equipment?
good question. I do not, but it would still hit. It says AC 11.
What happens if
Your
you
armor
equip your
class
armor?
goes down. I'm actually going to look over his shoulder 1 sec.
I don't know. Oh wait, no, it is 13 now. Hold on.
That seems weird.
I looked at the wrong thing. I'm still learning.
It's okay. Wait a minute. You've got 2 different bits of leather armor.
Yeah, I told you I
Yeah.
did. I'm not
13. Your armor class is 13.
Okay.
There you go. 13.
Just kidding. It's 13.
Alright. So it still hits you then.
Okay.
It meets it. You've a better AC. Unfortunately, it meets it. It beats it. So
Yay!
initially, you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage, and I would like you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okie doke.
Unfortunately, that does not make.
Boo.
11, 12, 13. So that's an additional 13 points of poison damage.
Awesome. Okay.
I'm starting to think we were supposed to do something else.
Oh my god.
Did Secret just like get incapacitated again? What I miss?
I have a question, actually. I do have a question for the DM because
Yeah.
the sequence of events is a little bit off here. Sheev cast levitate on the creature.
Might be
So-
too heavy.
It's
Yeah, that was what I
Yeah,
was
she
doing.
did. But she spent her sorcery points on.
Yeah, that's why I've burned 3 sorcery
Oh,
points
I
on
missed that.
making
I
sure
thought-
it had a disadvantage. Yeah, there was a lot happening. It's
Oh,
okay. Let me
my
just
bad.
let me
Okay,
just roll
roll
back.
with disadvantage. Natural 20. So not really the attack, but it's still a hit. Yes, dear?
It's okay. It's alright.
I'm not yelling.
You're speaking very, very loudly.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell.
So, okay, so I'm
responsibility.
assuming with disadvantage that wasn't a, but it still didn't work. Yeah.
I'm afraid so, yes. But
Fair enough.
very quickly, what is the weight limitation on levitate?
500 pounds.
£500.
Okay.
Creature can't be that heavy, can it?
I mean, it's a very big, very dense plant.
It's been eaten.
It's fat.
Let me just quickly check to see what size of creature this is. Did I accidentally close it? No, I didn't. Large. Unfortunately, it is over 500 pounds
Fair enough.
because it is a large creature.
Oh well, it was worth a shot.
Yeah. I am so sorry. I didn't hear you say levitate. I thought you changed your course of action so you could use your zip away button.
No. Tis all good.
Okay. So, let me just quickly roll a very quick intelligence check. Okay, they're dumb, but they're not that dumb, so... Oh my god, these guys keep missing. Alright, so... Crossbow bolts! Thuds into the roofs! All around you.
I swear they are going to hit us eventually.
One hits the creature
Oh God.
and does 6 points of damage.
Oh. Thanks a lot, guys. That'll do it.
Good show, that man!
You really think the good guards ran away and hid?
No.
Okay, next up.
This is
I figure the good guards are down there among these people here in front of us.
Oh. Only the
Again,
good are young.
it's going to use one of its corpses
Oh no.
How many
Bye,
zombies
Bob.
does it have left?
It now has 4 that you can see.
Yeah.
It
God dang it.
it had 7. It then grabbed one and immediately used it. And it's been slowly counting down since. So, you luring it up onto the roof away from the zombies was actually kind of a clever idea. And I'm sure that was your intention all along.
Absolutely.
It actually was my plan, but I didn't want to talk over anyone.
So that's now...
Ninja's plan right now is get away, bad plans.
And
That's
then
his
it's
plan.
going to trundle forward.
Aww.
Not again.
Aww.
Wooly,
Hi.
does 12 hit you?
No, it doesn't.
Yes.
What
Thank
about
you, mate.
25?
That
Not
hits.
even a question.
It'll even hit me if I cast shield, so.
It's a natural 20. Okay, let me just get the dice.
And why even bother asking?
Because we
So
like
that's-
to play with our food. You'll learn.
Yes.
You'll learn the pleasure.
It's true there's a 6 satisfaction. So
So-
I asking.
I rolled 7, doubled is 14, plus 2 is 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Well, there goes Wally's fancy schmancy ward that absorbs damage, and he takes 3 more damage from that.
Would you also roll me a constitution saving throw?
Come on, Wally.
11?
I'm afraid that is not a success. So,
Back to
dice.
wretched.
5, 10, 12, 15,
Holy shit!
doubled is
What?
30 points of poison damage.
Oh! Still alive, but holy fuck!
Wait, he's a wizard. How is he that? How is he a Dragonborn?
He,
I prepared for this.
he had himself a little buff of temporary health. Last attack. Let's put it in the hands of the dice. Will it go for Wooly again, or will it go for Shiv?
Or Sigrid. Or Theano.
Yeah, I'm here too.
But you're not right in front of it.
No, I'm.
It does actually have a 10-foot reach.
Yeah,
Just
I figured.
re-roll that and counter in the others.
Yes.
Daniel, does
Yes.
13 hit you?
13. Oh my god, something just messed up on my screen. Hold on. I'm trying to fix it. I lost. There's the grid. Okay. Whew. Okay. There we are. No, it does not.
Then it misses. The tendril that whumped Wooly just kind of passed by your head and woofed your
Oh
hair.
no.
So that's its turn. Wooly,
Hi!
I would say the rules say that you're supposed to make your Constitution saving throw again, but I would say that 1 turn is enough for the stench of death.
Alright, but that is a good point. That is a good point. I should still roll a con save for the flaming sphere.
Yes, you will need to do a Constitution saving throw.
I'll do that then.
Oh,
7!
unfortunately, your sphere is gone.
Pew!
How many zombies did it roast?
I'd say it roasted about 4 or 5. Actually, yeah, that was a fair point. This flaming sphere was here. He would have ran into it, he would have ran into it, he would have ran into it.
Ah.
That one would have ran into it. And so would have that one. So yeah, he cleared out a good half dozen or so. Just remember
Okay.
your moonbeam is still there, by the way. Sigrid. So, we'll take out your little constitution flag. So yeah, you can't smell the stench of death because your nose is firmly full of your own blood.
Oh,
So what would Willie like to do?
what would Wally like to do? Oh boy.
Can Than yell something?
If
I
you make
didn't-
it very quick.
Yes. Run! I think that's quick enough, isn't it?
Yeah, so Wally, now rather suddenly, after recovering from hacking and wheezing, is like covered from head to toe in like blisters and rashes and nasty pustules, because that's how I visualize what taking that much poison damage so suddenly would do
Yes.
to you.
I think so.
He's just gonna wearily nod rapidly and disengage before running to the goddamn sister, or as close as he can get to her, because he needs healing, guys. And that'll be his turn.
Oh, just wait.
All right.
What does our little warrior Gabu want to do?
Oh, let me see here. Okay. First, going. Well, actually, that's 10 feet up, so I need to 5, 10. Then that should be 15, 25. Okay. Going to manifest echo.
Ooh.
Put it right there.
Okay, just a moment. Damn. I was hoping to just nip to the other screen and get it, but I deleted it in the
Like
other
a
screen.
Just make a copy.
Mm-hmm.
And then and then 5 more feet this way. Still in range. And then going to shoot at it. My crossbow.
That'll hit.
The 6 piercing. And
Okay.
then unleash incantation. Yep.
Ooh.
My imitation cheese product. Will attack it with its scimitar.
Technically, you're flanking with Sheev as well, but
You
yeah,
are, but
that's really good.
24.
what's the damage?
7.
13 points of slashing. You've pretty much negated its last heal.
Echo Knights are pretty damn cool.
Yes, they are. Go cheese! Behold the power of cheese! I don't know if that means anything to any of you, but
Okay.
it's a
Sounds
thing
familiar.
here in America.
And is that cheese up?
Shani is
Go check, make sure I can't do anything else. I don't know, no, if you're small.
Yeah, I think you've used bonus actions and action and everything in your movement.
Actually, real quick,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use my Fury of the Small on my.
Sure.
You know what? On my slashing, and that makes it take.
It's an extra 4, isn't it? Because of your level
Yep,
4.
level 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, so it's now out of the triple digits. The silence.
Good night.
I'm joking, by the way.
Welcome back.
Okay.
Believe it or not, we're still alive. It's been it's been 5 seconds, but believe it or not, we're still here.
Okay.
Miracles in
Shani.
this.
okay. Shani is going to give Wooly a healing word.
Thank you.
And she is going to follow up with a Sacred Flame.
Okay.
So, 1 second. Wooly gets 8 points of health back.
Thank you, dear sister.
It doesn't make
So
a
the pity
dexterity
Sacred
save.
Flame is really useless. Yeah, it's just 2 damage for Sacred Flame.
Yeah. Hey, damage is damage to this thing.
Damage is damage.
Are you still happy enough where you are, flying up in the air?
Yeah, she's fine. Everyone else is still within 60 feet of her, so yeah.
Okay. Sheev.
Caca,
What does the metagaming pigeon trying to say, I wonder?
nothing at all.
Sacred weapon.
She used her bonus action to heal, so she can't move the sacred weapon.
Yeah, it did occur to me after that.
Dennis, you're muted.
Apologies. Okay. So I wasn't too sure if Ashani had anything else to do. Again, I have a brave option and a cowardly option, and I'm kind of playing a cowardly character here. But fuck it. She's going to take 5. No, I'm not going to go that way. It's going to take move 5 feet back here next to the elf. And she is going to... It's a low... I don't, in fact, think this is going to do any damage because I would like to try and target one of the zombies in its grasp.
Ah.
And I would like to use my Lightning Lure cantrip to basically take away one of its heals. Now, is this disadvantage, or is this advantage, or is this a straight roll because I'm technically trying to hit the zombie?
I would say it's a targeted attack to a piece of the entity, so those are usually with disadvantage.
Lovely.
Come on.
Well, technically
Wait,
I'm not the
if
person
it's
who
a
has to roll.
save,
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. Again, first time I've used it.
If it's a save, you're targeting a dead corpse, so
Yeah.
it can't save.
Oh. In that case, I now have a dead zombie next to me. As basically, I reach out and basically grab it with lightning and yank it from the tendrils of the flower.
Use bonus action, just kick it off the side.
Yeah, bonus action actually. I'm just going to do my 10 feet back here. Just do the whoomph. Basically, Storm from X-Men, but more panicky and flustered.
Don't you have your full movement to do that?
Oh my
wait, no,
gosh, you have to.
You're wanting to disengage instead of the attack.
You know what? Yes. Okay, so bonus action was the disengage. So 5. And that was so 10, 15, 20. Look over the edge.
Okay.
Would I be able to try and jump?
You could try. This roof, I would say, is around the same height. So
Okay.
it's a just under a 10-foot jump.
What do I need to roll?
Roll me an athletics check.
An athletics. Awesome. I have -1, so I'm going to stay right here. I'm staying right here.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Yanyo.
Yes. First, I want Devillo to check the messages I sent you.
Will do. Yes.
And as that's happening, Than is backing up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and can I be here on the edge of the roof?
You can. It's going to take an attack of opportunity at you, though, as you're moving.
Okay.
22.
That absolutely hits.
Take 13
Even if I
points of bludgeoning damage.
Even if I disagree or disengage?
Oh, did you use your action to disengage?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to
right,
be doing.
okay then. Yeah, sure. I misheard you then. So, yeah, you don't proc the attack of opportunity then.
Yeah, he's trying to get away, and he's taunting. I mean, it's not going to affect anything in the game, but he's taunting it as it comes back because he's trying to get its attention focused on him. And as he's backing up, he's yelling out as loud as he can, "You know, Estella Brim, you remind me of my sister, Estella." Like waving his hands, like, come on, come get me.
Okay. Have you any bonus actions you'd like to use?
No. And he's just saying, except that his bonus action is to look at the thing as he's yelling at it, going, "What am I thinking? I'm not, that's the problem." And then that's it.
Sigrid.
Is my moonbeam still up? Or
Yeah.
did that...
It's over there.
Oh. Can I move it back onto the creature?
Do you have... Let me quickly double check the moonbeam spell to see if you can move it.
Oh.
Moonbeam.
You're not beaming, it's the moonbeamers.
On each of your turns, you cast a spell. You can use an action to move the beam 60 feet in any direction. So, yes, you may.
Hell yeah. Okay. Cool. Then I would like to move it right on top of the creature. Boop. Boop.
Okay.
And...
And roll 2d10. And what was your spell save DC again? 14 was it? Oh no, 13, there it is. And unfortunately it succeeds and takes 7 points of radiant damage.
Woohoo. Some is better than none.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's on the ropes. It doesn't have. It doesn't have all these heals and all these heals.
Okay. As the
and all these heals.
As your druidic friend moves her moonbeam over, the creature shrieks and flails its little tentacles as one of its flower buds falls off. As engulfed by flame.
Yeah, suck it.
Can that be Karen?
Yes.
I picture her just saying it in that little timid voice.
Exactly.
Suck it.
That's exactly what I mean.
Alright, Fluttershy, anything else you want to do?
Nope.
Your bonus action or movement?
Good call. You might want to get out of its way a little bit. Your call, though.
Yeah, then it takes an attack of opportunity on me, right?
I think you're out of its range at the moment.
I think she's in the range. It's 10 feet.
Yeah, it's 10 feet. Did you use your bonus action?
She used her action to move the moonbeam.
I thought disengage was a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's an action.
It's an action, sadly.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay.
Interesting. Hold on one second.
I mean, you're one of the healthy ones, so...
Yeah, let's keep it that way.
Yeah, and everything else I have is a concentration spell, so if I do that, then I drop the beam.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll move backwards. Yes. 5, 10, 15.
Hello again.
It rolled a 7. It misses you. It lashes out, but it misses. Okay. Crossbowmen. Let's see if you can do better this time. Hit. Hit. Miss. Miss. Shot himself in the fucking foot. Okay.
Smurf, this is your chance. Time to grow more than one dimension as a character.
What would you?
You failed.
I'll get the sketch. Hang on.
Yeah. I mean, hey, all jokes aside, Graz was a nameless minion when she first appeared, and look at how she, turned out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She's the sensible one.
Jonas' emotional support goblin.
Yep.
Okay. So now it's its turn. How smart is this thing? It's technically smarter than Grog. Okay. It's going to make an attack at imitation cheese product. And get 14. Now what happens when it attacks your duplicate?
What did it roll?
14?
14.
14. It misses.
Okay. And then it's going to go on.
My Echo has an AC of 14 plus my proficiency bonus, which is 2. So it's got an AC of 16.
Nice.
Hmm.
Okay. It's going to try again. I rolled the dice into my bag of snack nuts. 7. Miss. 6. Miss. It's then going to move.
I just
Would that
imagine.
probably attack opportunity?
It would.
I will roll that for my Echo then.
17 hits.
Slashy. 8.
Okay. And it's going to reach out and reclaim its now slightly barbecued lunch.
Sorry.
Well, hey.
It didn't heal this turn because of it. It can either eat, harvest, or do something else that I'm not going to reveal.
Oh.
Okay?
Oh my god.
Wooly.
Hi. Alright, so now that Wally is a bit less dead than he was before.
Well, hopefully you'll all be fine because the monster will come after Thanenio because he was taunting it so vociferously. I'm sure it cares.
There is. Oh, the way over there. Okay.
Yeah, Than got as far away from it as he could. He's an archer. That's why, yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, I mean, what Hunter would do.
He's not scared out of his mind.
I think Cooper's connection has died, or his headset
Oh
died.
no!
What?
Question for the DM.
Yes.
Right, hello,
Are the
hi.
zombies...
Hi, Willie.
Yeah, sorry about
say-
that.
That first.
Just say, the zombies in the plant, are they actually dead zombies, or...
They are corpses. They are not animated.
Right, okay.
You haven't seen them move. And whenever Shiv attacked one, it didn't react.
Right.
They are
Okay.
full-on corpses.
Okay.
So, Willie, now that you've plugged in your headset,
I got up and readjusted my mic so I could stand and be all dramatic. But the moment was ruined. Because the USB cable doesn't quite reach long enough.
oh,
Alright, so now that shit is working. The wizard! Not quite as dead as he was. Pats himself down, straightens up his robe. And, like the pompous fuck he is, because wizards, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna go, like, face towards this thing, all bluster, getting all worked up, going like, never in all my years have I been treated so uncouthly. I am sick of you. Leave my young charges alone, bastardization of botany. And, like, fire is going to spew from his mouth. He is going to use his breath weapon.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
alright.
Oh,
Also, bastardization of botany.
yes,
I
Yep.
love that.
110%.
that's Dr. Smith worthy.
What about the thesaurus?
He fails, and he takes his the full 3 fire damage.
Yeah. Thanks, 2d6 for a 1 and a 2. I really appreciate that.
Oh.
I was writing that speech in the background too.
It was a great speech,
It was a
dude.
brilliant speech.
It was fantastic.
Is there anything
Fans
else
all
you
like-
would like to do?
I pissed him off. I
Now
pissed him
that
off
you've
once.
gotten its
Sigrid just
attention.
clapped. Yay!
I'm gonna run over here.
Good call.
I don't want to be quite as close to the edge of the roof.
Wooly.
What?
As you
Why
run
do I
past
suddenly-
it, does 12 hit you?
No, it doesn't. Haha.
Why do I suddenly get a Zoidberg?
Pretty accurate. Oh, that was less impressive than I was expecting. Bye.
So, Cheese and his son imitation cheese product. What are you guys up to?
Alrighty, so Cheese is going to move forward a bit, and Imitation Cheese is going to move up here. And then pull back up my character sheet because I was typing on something else. And Cheese will shoot a light crossbow at it.
14 hits.
A thunk.
Okay.
And then Imitation Cheese product will miss.
I'm afraid so with an 8.
Whiff. I do imagine though that when it was last attacking it, its tentacles were just, because it's an image, its tentacles were just going right through it,
Probably.
flailing at it.
If it had the intelligence, it would be confused. Oh dear. So, dear sister.
Ashani's going to move her sword snake here.
Here.
Yep. So that's spiritual weapon.
That'll hit.
19. For 5 damage, and she's going to follow up with another Sacred Flame.
Okay. Dexterity. 13. Doesn't make it.
Excellent.
Okay.
And she is going to fly to there.
And you're still a good 15 odd feet above its head, so it can't reach you. Okay. No, you're nearly 30
So
feet
she's
above it, that's fine.
technically speaking, yeah, she's about 30 feet above it.
Okay. If that's you,
Yep.
sheath.
Okay, this wretched creature has pissed me off for the last time. So I'm going to, let me just double check the range on this actually, since I've pushed myself a little bit further away. I should be in range. Oh, easy peasy. Okay, so I'm going to use my final 2nd level spell slot to cast Witch Bolt again at max level. Boop. Well, it's better than 3. That's that wasn't aimed at Wooly, by the way. That was like the previous one I did.
Yes.
So
I have a very important question.
yeah.
How do you want to do this?
Yes!
Yes.
Oh. Oh, okay. Basically, yeah, this whole time, by the way, she's so like just skidding down. She was on her back. I just want to basically, she's just slowly getting up, and she's just like, she looks pissed off. Her lovely noblewoman dress is ruined, and she's just like blows a bit of hair out, just hands forward, and she says, "Would you kindly fucking die?" She's just like palpitating the whole thing, just like die, 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 die.
All right. So, you watch this strange woman who came clambering out of a window not that long ago and had her friend, brother, husband, smushed with one mighty strike, has now partly lost it. She gets up and just starts ultimate powering this thing until it writhes and thrashes. It drops its corpses as it tries desperately to shove one or two of them into its little bulbs, but unfortunately it doesn't make it in time as the flower, the tendrils stop moving. They seem to lose their grip on the roof as it rolls down, falls onto this roof, just missing Cheese, crashing off the roof and then colliding down into the ground with a loud thump.
As that happens, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Cheese immediately starts jumping up. His image doing the same.
As that happens, Than races over and runs over to Wooly, and because I've already okayed with this with Cooper, wraps his arms around Wooly and gives him the biggest hug and says, "Don't you die on me."
Shani is just going to very slowly float to the ground and touch down on the roof.
Don't worry, dear boy. I have no intention of dying anytime soon. I've got a good 40 years in me, I reckon.
You scared me, old man. Now, let's kill everything that moves.
Yeah, on that note, what's the condition of the Zambos? Are they still Zamboing it up?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what. Oh.
I have to suggest.
Sorry, Steph, you cut out.
Professor, I have a suggestion. If you and Secret were able to conjure some new flaming orbs, I could basically act as bait.
I appreciate your
Most of the
suggestion,
ones
sister.
Square have moved pretty much to surround your buildings.
Well, you see, the thing I noticed is that earlier on, when I was flying above them, they were trying to reach me. The idea is that I will go out, fly about 15 feet above them, get their attention, and you in secret can basically put the orbs beneath me.
There's one problem with that, sister. I'm out of second level slots. The best I can do, as he conjures a fireball in his hand, is this right now. And some magic missiles.
Sheev, despite your best efforts and your prolonged witch bolting, the creature does not ignite.
Okay. Oh, she doesn't
Withers
care.
and
She is.
coils in on itself and blackens and browns, but it doesn't actually ignite.
Okay.
Couldn't you take a torch and just set their hair on fire? Hair burns.
She'll eventually stop, but she looks a little disheveled and a little twitchy.
Fun fact:
You
hair
okay,
does
ma'am?
not, in fact, burn. It melts.
I know. It's Than. He doesn't know science. He knows the ways of the forest.
I'm sorry, young man. I apologize. I kind of lost my temper a little bit. Lady Sheev Devona of the city of whatever the name of the city is.
Ah. Benigno Shortfell of the world, bow.
Mr. Fernan, you're standing on my sword snake.
Oh, whoops. Whoa.
Well, thank you. Thank you for helping us to deal with that little problem. I am a little tapped out in terms of a wider scale of things. I suppose we could pick them off one by one over time, but it is probably a good idea that we keep them focused over here so that the survivors can witness our glorious destruction of these abominations.
Since you can fly, can't you just set them on fire from above?
Sure it is.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a tent or some such?
Yes, and it is currently smouldering by the passage of one of your flaming spheres.
Oh, so it's already burning.
Madam,
Sorry, go ahead.
I apologize. Shiv is actually going to call out to Sigrid. Madam Elf, I apologize. You have this moon thing here, burning a hole into the roof. Would you be able to spread it around over this thong?
Yes? Question mark.
Yeah. How long does moonbeam last?
1 minute.
1 minute.
Oh,
yeah.
never mind then. Yeah.
So
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of time in combat, not out of it.
it is
Yeah.
about to
Yeah.
pop out of existence.
For what it's worth, Than. Sorry.
It is gone. A minute
And,
has elapsed by now.
Thanenyo just frustratedly takes out his bow and starts trying to shoot them. He's just like silently going thwip, notch, thwip, notch, thwip,
How many
notch.
arrows do you have left?
He's used 4, if I'm not mistaken. 4. And out of that, he has... It doesn't tell me on my sheet how many arrows he has, but I assume it was more than
Normally, your
4.
quiver is 20.
It's 20.
Okay,
So-
then he's gonna keep using up them as things go. He's just like
Fernando,
You have
frustratedly.
Daniel.
16 shots.
Yeah.
Fernando,
Huh?
save your arrows for if they get close to us. I could pick them up from here all day. And all night if need be.
It's making me feel useless.
Okay, Miss Sigrid, would you be able to cast fireball spell again?
Yes.
Okay, Shani is going to point to about there. If I haven't
Just so
positioned
you
myself
know.
there,
Oh wait.
Just so you know, Seth, Flaming Sphere also only lasts for a minute, so be
Yeah.
quick.
Well, it says.
I'll
It
double
also
check.
says. It also says one spell slot, and I've used it already.
Ah.
So I
Yeah, can
can't
confirm. It's 1 minute. So really, all it seems we can do is have the wizard and maybe the sorcerer, depends on what spells she's got, just pick them up off one by one. And the cleric.
I could use
Yeah.
my thorn whip at them.
Thorn whip works. I mean, unfortunately, she's
flag 'em up
she
here.
sort of like brushes herself down. Unfortunately, I'm a bit more short range, and that I could do the whole grab thing in about say 15 feet. She pats this really shiny rapier to her side. I can also do a little something with this, but again, I would have to be right next to them, and I would rather not do that. So, yes, I'm pretty much. I have a few smaller spell slots, but after that, I'm afraid I'm going to be useless until a short rest. I don't have much wide area abilities.
Ah,
I could turn into a bird and poop on them.
Indeed.
that would certainly do wonders for morale, but not very practical.
Well, the Thorn Whip is a cantrip. It has a range of 30 feet, which you can't do from the top of this roof because this roof is 35 feet. However, if you go down to the lower roof, you'd be able to reach.
And get me down here.
Yeah, per cheese is on his own. Speaking of imitation cheese product, disappears.
Yep. The cheese stands alone.
Quick question to the cheese, though. Do you not have the ability yet to swap position?
He did, yeah.
Oh no, I do.
Oh, then you wouldn't need to jump. You could just you could have swapped if you wanted.
But cheese doesn't
suppose
want
I will
cheese
say-
wants you to come to him.
Ah, yes, fair enough.
So,
I will say.
No.
Sorry, go
is
ahead.
your intention to set up your casters on the lower roof, use Sister Ashari to fly around and get their attention and try and pick them off one by one?
I have absolutely no reason to go on the lower roof because I have 120 feet of range with firebolt and magic missiles. I could just keep yeeting them from up here, and I'll be fine.
So is that your plan?
That's my plan.
Yeah, go for
Than
it.
is going to, despite what Willie said, Than is going to take out the. He's going to pick one that annoys him, and he's going to just kill it, and because he's frustrated. So he is going to just like take one out as best he can, just like thwip.
Okay. So, I would say, over the course of the night, your spellcasters use their cantrips to try and thin the herd as much as possible. It's just Shani every now and again going around with a pot and pan she found, making noise and drawing them out into the open. Every now and again you're helped by the survivors making crossbow shots, but they suck. You vastly outstrip them in kills.
So,
Than is eyeing the plant every so often, like, oh my god, if you come back to life, I swear I'm going to.
Oh, don't worry, Fernando. I assure you, Wally is occasionally like peppering a few like fire bolts into that thing. It's just in case.
Yes, just to
What were
make
you
sure.
gonna
Good
say,
show.
Isaac?
Good show, Willie.
is this going to be considered a short rest, or could it be considered a long rest? Because of how many we have to kill.
Well, it's going to take the casters the vast majority of the night. Because again,
Yeah, we're not getting any rest.
this was a big town of population of 1,700. Most of whom are within these few streets. And they just keep coming and coming and coming and coming. Eventually, you practically have a layer of corpses in this square. So, it's going to take the casters all night. The non-casters can choose to have a nap if they really want to.
No. Wally's got a job to do.
So,
Well, she said the non-casters.
Oh, sorry.
the non-casters, those who aren't pew-pewing. Because, again, it's after sunset at this point. You started the fight just as the sun went down. So, casters. As
Hi.
you're staying up all night continuously doing cantrips,
Yep.
would you like to make Constitution saving throws?
Of course.
While they're doing that, Drinks, I
That's a
do have a.
fat nine.
Sorry.
Okay. Sigrid, you're fine. You're a little tired. You get 1 point of exhaustion for not sleeping. Wally, you get 2 points of exhaustion because A, you are not sleeping, and B, you are constantly firing magic. Almost beyond your limit.
I'm fine. It's just like the exams.
Sister, you also have 1 point of exhaustion because you didn't sleep, but you're able to hold on to, basically keep yourself going. Your power comes not so much from your physical presence, but from your god, so you're not as exhausted.
And we all know what kind of god Sune is.
Yep. So,
Was Sheev okay with a 10?
oh, did you roll 2? Were you staying up doing spells? I thought you didn't have anything
Yeah,
to do.
I mean, she did, again, she needs to be seen to be working because her people are watching. So yeah, she would have hopped down here. Like I say, the best she can do is like 15 foot of range, but she would have probably like scrabbled down the side and had been using lightning lore to drag some of the zombies near at least or something.
She basically would have went down to the roof space inside the building and poked people from the rafters.
Pretty much, sniping people.
Than walks up to Shiv's side and says, "So, that was rough, huh?"
Yes, hello, Lady Sheev Verona. You have a little handsomeness about you. You're a capable killer. Would you be interested in wealth and power?
Is that all the offer's for?
She raises her eyebrow and gives a smile. Well, let us clean out the the unfortunate victims of this terrible tragedy and save the remaining voting constituent. Oh my gosh, constituent. You know the word I'm trying to say. Constituents. Bless you. Constituents of this city, and when, if I'm elected, next election, I'll let you know.
He's the new Bob.
She gets back to killing people.
Okay.
Huh.
Your
For the
constitution
voters
save
to
of
decide. I like that.
10 prevents you from getting a second level exhaustion, but you do have the 1 level for again being up all night.
That is fair.
Okay, so
Good lord.
it does take you the vast majority of the night, but by the time dawn comes round, the square is still full.
Oh,
Zombies are getting harder to hit because they're stumbling over ones you'd have already exploded the heads of. It keeps going on mid-morning, and finally, just as it starts to get to the afternoon, the square is clear enough of the Walking Dead that you can retreat down from the roof. Survivors are starting to come out of the main building, going around, and some of them are going around with whatever pointy or heavy objects they can get and are either double tapping or others are searching for their loved ones. But you do see a few of the people in guard uniforms are basically barricading the streets. So they're trying to essentially make a small stronghold, a safe zone in the city, before they start expanding out, trying to clear the rest of them and reclaim the city. You're offered many thanks and praises. You had people cheering for you. Someone runs up and quickly asks your names, and as soon as you say them, they start cheering your names. You hear people confused going, "Cheese? Is everyone hungry? What? Really? Can I think of something better to celebrate without cheese?" So obviously this person moving bodies did not understand the context of the shouts. It's just wondering why people are chanting cheese. So, yous are offered spaces to lie and rest in the main building. As you go in, you can see that as the more able-bodied people have gone out to try and start dealing with the disaster, inside is a lot of children, a lot of elderly, a lot of infirm who it seemed like they quickly evacuated in here. Sheev, you see in the corner of the room, trying to look authoritative and look like he was doing something, is the current mayor.
Soon to be formal, I think. Yes.
He is overweight, finely dressed. Even in this disaster, he seems to be much rather well groomed than everyone else. He seems to be going around and barking orders to people and giving instructions. And as soon as he walks away, people are rolling their eyes and ignoring him.
Delicious. For her part, as soon as people started getting involved with building up barricades, she has been very visible in helping people. She looks exhausted and wrecked, of course, and maybe on occasion she'll smudge a little bit more dirt onto the side of her face. But she's chatting to the guard and all the good common folk of her city. She's doing it. She's networking.
And Daniel is actually helping her because he's going around in the crowd and just like saying, she was impressive. To like random people who are listening in on the gland handling.
Yes, I knew these two would hit it off this way. Yes, perfect. Scumbags. I love it. Yeah.
So
basically, as soon as he's gone, she's going to be chatting to the survivors within the thing, and I don't know if I even need it, but again, this is, for those curious, this is the Emperor Palpatine build. And one of the things in the Emperor Palpatine build is my Diplo. She's a diplomat. Let me just see if I can.
the Senate.
Yes, kind of. I'm so sorry. Let me just get the diplomat. Yeah, if you spend a minute talking to someone who can understand you, advantage on any, persuasion rolls and all that jazz. So she's like, yes, these fine people. She's basically charming people, as to like, oh, these fine warriors. And of course, Sir Thean, we definitely need to do something about this fine fellow, the protectors of the city, all that bullshit.
Waving it off. Now, helping out the people here to finally, after all the chaos, get their lives together. That's the real reward.
And of course, cheese. Yeah, she'll make sure everyone gets their turn, but she's definitely playing up Theano.
Aww. So, he's playing himself up too.
I'd say Shani's too busy tending to anyone. People. Yeah.
So, as you wander around, you start helping out. Every now and again, someone will approach a member of your group and offer their profound thanks and give you little trinkets and bits and bobs as thank you. And they end up, you stay to help rebuild. And over the course of it, you've managed to gather a substantial amount of change and rewards, totaling in 500 copper pieces, 7,000 silver pieces, 2,500 gold pieces, 60 platinum pieces, 4 amber, worth 100 gold each, a jet, worth 100 gold, 2 spindles, worth 100 gold each, a spell scroll of detect poison, and 4 potions of healing. My leg is not a scratching post.
While this is being given out, Jernus, if you'll allow me, I would very much like to have Thanino take his share and, swaggering a bit, take his share over to Wooly, reach it out to him in the big bag, and say, I told you the investment would pay off.
Point clarification. The moment that there was a bed, Wally stumbled his way into it.
I know. This is presumably. I figured from
this is over the course of a few days.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was.
Yeah, you literally are still kind of trapped here until they clear out the streets.
Yeah.
So
okay.
So he hands it back to...
You spellcasters have been invaluable over these past few days because you can take them out from range. Cheese has been great on tackling ones that try to get too close to the barricades. Theanyo's been sharpshooting. Sister Ashari has been luring them away. The spellcasters were picking them off. But it does take a good few days before you are able to clear a way to one gate. Eventually, what they do is they barricade off all the side streets towards the west gate, and you now have one clear road. So they barricade between these houses.
Where?
On the map there, I'm drawing them out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. To the west, okay.
So Willie, can we call it even, or do I still owe you?
Quick question to the DM.
Yes.
Is that reward per person or just everything we got?
That's everything you got that you can divvy up.
Okay.
That's a lot of Fs.
What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Divide that 7 ways. Calculator, come to me.
In terms of the gems and everything, Sheev is going to be interested in the amber a little bit, but she's going to settle for the one piece of jet unless anyone else wants it. The money and everything else, charming as it is, she doesn't really need that.
So it's divided by 6.
Okay.
She'll take a share, but she doesn't need it.
So the question is, in this time, you're helping with the barricades and such. Are you trying to find the source of this?
Absolutely.
He's been absolutely on top of it. He's been like trying to go out and like where he can track and see if he can find any sign of anything weird because that plant didn't belong there.
Oh, and D, just so the moment isn't lost before other stuff keeps happening. Fernando, my boy, it was never about the money. It was about keeping you out of trouble. Nevertheless, as he takes the extra share, I am grateful for the investment, my boy. This will go towards a lot of new spells and tools that will help me improve my craft, and that will come in handy should we face a similar situation to this again, which hopefully won't happen for a very, very long time.
And then in your response back saying, keeping me out of trouble, looks over at Shiv. Where's the fun in that? And walks away towards Shiv.
So,
Are you not familiar? Are you not familiar with the term "femme fatale"?
Never heard of it, old man.
You had a question?
Yeah, may I ask if perhaps the skull or any bones of the ox have been found while cleaning up the city?
I would say not immediately, because they are focusing on getting towards the west gate. You lost your oxen somewhere in the side streets over here. So he hasn't been recovered yet.
Darn it. Okay. Never mind then.
Eventually though.
Who was doing investigation?
Yeah, if Theanio is doing something, she's going to assist.
Shannon's assisting as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
are we doing investigations? Then yes.
Well, I'm not asking you to roll yet.
I was going to say, the way that Theanio was investigating is he's looking at the natural versus unnatural things, pulling in his ranger skills to try to see what doesn't belong in the environment, what's off, what's weird. He's doing detective work.
So, Sister Ashani.
Yep.
Did you share what you saw when you first came to the...
Yes, she did.
So after clearing up the square a bit, you find the wrecked carriage. You vaguely recognize it as the one you saw entering the town as you were leaving. If you want to investigate this carriage, roll me an investigation.
Just 1 second. It's the wrong one.
You can't intimidate answers out of the wagon.
I clicked the wrong thing.
Okay.
Sleep. Hang on. I mean, keep going, but
He has a perfect meme he wants to share. So, you ask around for a bit and have a look over the wagon. And over the course of the few days, because it does take you these few days, you are finally able to find someone that can give you some information. You know that the wagon had a marking of a farm on it. It was a well-known farm that was owned by a formerly well-respected family. They had raised pigs on the outskirts of the farm for many, many years, but they fell from grace after it was found out that their son had been practicing dark arts. The revelation broke his poor father's heart, and he was just glad that his mother had already passed at this point and didn't see the disgrace. The boy, who was at the time 17, was exiled. The farm was left to turn to ruin because everybody thought it was haunted. But they were able to say that this wagon came from that farm. Which is, I'll say it's over here on the map.
Oh, let's just zoom out. Oh, okay. Not that
All the way
far.
up here, yeah?
Yeah. I was trying to do that on Specky's screen, so I was wondering why it wasn't working.
Right. Yes, I think Lady Dorona would bring everybody in the group up to speed first, before bringing it to the attention of the people. So the question is, should we go there with the guard, a little, some witnesses, or should we head straight over there, or should we perhaps reach out to some of the other cities, get some, Crown's Guard, that sort of thing?
Then,
Be an idea.
sorry.
I think it would be an idea to get some Crown Scouts, certainly.
I don't know. I think we can handle it.
It would take them several days to get here, mind you.
Yeah, and whatever's down there will probably be causing some more grief. I don't really want to have another one of those plant things.
I'm not saying we sit around and wait on our hands. I mean, we get the Crown Scout to come, and while we're waiting for them, we go and deal with this.
Yeah, my hands need to be put to better use. I mean, they have been, but.
Incidentally, Sheev is basically sat on Theanio's lap as they're talking about this.
The boy works fast.
Yes, he does. But
while he audibly rolls his eyes,
not too fast.
Anyway, she's Lady Sheev's going to look around the group. So. Perhaps the best course of action would be for us to make sure everyone here knows where we're going, to send word to the Crown's Guard of who is involved. So, should the worst happen, we may be avenged, and this worthless little parasite will be crushed with the full weight of the country's army should the need arise.
To be honest, we will need the Crown Scout to help clear the city as well, so...
Oh, yes, of course, that too, yes. The protection of the people.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am a wizardy lad.
You are a wizardy lad.
Would Wally know if, say, a necromancer who is, responsible for this, if they went down, would all the undead just go kasplut?
Rule Arcana.
Thank you. I shall. Wally, please.
Smart boy.
You have no fucking idea.
I tried.
It's okay, Professor. You're tired. We all are.
Oh boy, howdy, he's still tired.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just fine.
Cheese is loving it. A lot of people find him adorable and give him treats.
Mostly cheese, I hope.
Some people may be missing the tips of their fingers.
Shit. Hopefully the zombies.
Maybe.
Now, as I understand it, we, at least from how the map sits, we do have one clear way out, yeah? Along the west gate?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we can very well deal with this. We're not trapped in here.
Nope. They managed to clear that one way and have now fortified a passage into the city. So they are able to get food and supplies and evacuate the people who can't fight.
So what do you say, Willie? You good for another adventure? I promise it'll be different from last time. And hey, I paid you back. I told you I would.
Fernando, I'm sure that any adventure would be better than the one we just endured.
Yeah.
So
But by all means, I am all for heading out of town and taking this motherfucker down.
Yeah.
As long as we make him suffer for the people of our city and for Bob.
For Bob.
For Bob.
Raises a fist.
We hardly knew him.
You didn't miss much.
Oh my god!
Oh, how dreadfully droll.
She makes sure none of the actual people are around to hear that, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Poor Bob.
Bob!
Okay.
All right.
And thus we went.
Guessing by the silence, we're all in agreement.
Yes, let's do this.
All right. So you set out through the gateway. A few people stop you every now and again. Say, you're not leaving us for good, are you? You're staying to help us, right? Yeah.
No, not at all. Rest assured, we will return. We need to cut the head off this serpent, so to speak, and rest assured, I and my associates will return to ensure that the city is fully reclaimed and we can put all this behind us together.
Now that's a leader.
One day I'm going to play a nice character. One day.
But today is not that day.
No.
I look forward to that day.
Mm.
I want to
Grass
see
is
if you
nice.
can pull it off.
Grass is nice.
Yeah.
I can't
And that's
play
why
mean
she's
characters.
favorite. I tried, and look how that turned out.
Ez is nice. But anyway, moving on.
Alright. So, you make your way out through the farmland, going past carefully maintained fields. You come across a squad of people currently chasing down and capturing a zombie with what looks like a noose on a stick. Seemingly things are under control. You make your way, if I can control the map, because I am a smart person who is not trying to do several things at once.
And also, not to derail things, but I rolled an 18 and 19 perception. Can I notice that Sister Ashani is checking Wooly out?
Oh yeah, you totally see that.
Hey, Wooly. I think our sisterly friend digs you. Go talk to her. I mean, if you're into that.
Well, I guess I'm blind. I interpreted that. I interpreted that as checking Wooly out as medical.
Oh.
Nope.
Aw.
I did not think that was
Cheese
medical.
is an
I was
innocent lad.
yeah. Go on. Talk to her. I mean, if you're into that.
Right, I'm back. What I miss?
Oh God!
Oh wow, we just had a whole conversation with you
Gonna
thinking you
say-
were there.
Oh no! I'm sorry, I didn't say PRP.
You did.
Yeah,
I was gonna
basically,
say,
sister. Sorry.
Posted, guys. You see what I just posted in the chat?
Yeah, look in the chat.
Oh, I think it's the wrong version of the song.
But basically, Sister Ashadi was checking Wooly out, and
I didn't know that.
Thenenio was like, hey, I think the sister likes you. Talk to her if you're into that. Go on.
So this is actually happening. You are.
Yeah. Yep.
So while he looks to the sister, the Matiflario to the sister to play, but isn't she like 18?
Oh, ooh, I don't know. Oh, no. Oh, no. Whoa, You know, he's looking all like, kind of like grossed out, and then he's like, never mind. Oh, jeez, and he walks away.
She's in her mid-20s at this point.
Okay.
It's about 23, 24.
And then reverse that and say, you know, that's between you two, you know?
Well, she is rather alluring.
Speaking of alluring, the landscape you're going through now is anything but. You've left the carefully manicured fields, and you come into what looks like it was once an orchard, but the trees have grown wild, and it looks like the apples have turned sour because although they've fallen, they haven't been eaten. You go past the small orchard and see several empty pens that are now overgrown with vines and creeping vines. And eventually you start to see a farmhouse. Nothing extravagant, but it would have been something... an old generational house. And why did dynamic lighting not turn on? God damn it. Ignore this! Wait. There.
No, I see nothing!
Darkness inside of me.
The house looks like it would have been carefully passed down through generations after being built and added on, but it has been abandoned for a long time. You do, however, see a faint light coming through one of the cracked window panes. Hi, kitten. Where you going?
I don't know if my token's on there. I see nothing at all.
No,
Fish
you're there.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
forgot to
see
give you
there.
I forgot to give you vision. Hold on, let me fix that.
Oh, she's a lady of
Also-
vision, though. Great.
Also, I posted the correct video.
There you are. Can you see now?
Yes, thank you.
Well,
Well, I see myself.
How's
I don't
Dragon
even
Ball?
I don't even need to click the video. I know what it's about.
Can you see everyone else, Shiv?
I can't see either.
No, I only see myself in a black void.
I see Black Void.
Good
I
old
see fire.
dynamic lighting.
Oh, roll 20. Don't worry, we're not going to have this problem with Vorsal anymore. I'm slowly setting up a foundry.
Good.
Okay, you know what? Go back onto the world map half a sec. There
I
we
think
are.
I asked this question before regarding Foundry, but I don't have to download anything, right? It's-
No, technically speaking, Foundry is it's browser based. I have the application, and I'm going to give you all a login location. You type that into your thing, and then it's something that we're going to set up over the next few days. If anyone wants to hang around, I know that you've got shit to do, Kuba, obviously because of sleep, but. If anyone wants to hang around afterwards, we can try setting that up.
I still
No.
haven't got any work, so I can actually hang around.
Oh, okay. Well, that sucks. I'm really sorry, dude.
Yeah, it's kind of a mixed thing. It's like,
Yeah, no
it
problem,
sucks
okay.
because I need money, but hey, we can set up Foundry.
Yeah.
I'll sort mine out tomorrow when we start out Tabletop Simulator.
Well, at
Yeah,
least
no
play with some
problem, dude.
minis, so I was going to paint
Provided
some minis. Right?
my laptop hasn't been bricked by the Windows update.
Oh, I really hope not, dude. For real.
Same.
Okay.
Still, the new one should arrive by next week.
Okay. I did it.
Yay!
I just used the
Yay.
old-fashioned fog of war.
I saw things just fine. So
Yeah, but I didn't set up the dynamic lighting for half the tokens, and this is quicker.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be arsed to sit and fiddle with dynamic lighting on several different tokens when I can just do fog of war.
Yes.
Hmm.
Sometimes you just gotta cut that shit loose
Mm-hmm.
and go back to
Cutting
basics.
shit loose. Let's ban that bot from my chat.
Yeah.
Also, hey chat. Sorry.
Hi, chat.
We had
We
Bloody
appreciate
a little
you.
while ago, Bloody had to go.
Oh, hey.
He had a good time.
Did you just... The cat just crop dusted me? The wee bitch.
What?
I'm sorry for laughing so loud. That's annoying. I'm very sorry.
it's
Say, Jesus, what are we feeding you? There you are.
I'm a dude.
No, it's-
things.
it's funny when animals do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They don't know any better.
Yeah. You think that, but are you
No,
sure?
they know. They
They
know.
know. They fucking know.
They know what they did.
Oh, it's fucking ocean. Jesus. Anyway. So, you approach this house. You do see just this shade that the barest flicker of light against some thin curtains in this window.
Also, this house seems familiar.
Nope, totally doesn't.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about. It looks like a brand new, scary house to me.
Yep.
Also,
Brand
Jonas,
So,
Jonas, I hope it was cool, but I had to cast mage armor because we can see where the wind's blowing.
Sure, if you want.
Why is Vasquez Rocks coming to mind?
so should one of us knock?
Oh, knock. Cheese makes his way over.
Huh?
Okay.
Hello? Anybody home?
You hear some scrabbling from inside and bootprints across the floor. Who is it?
Local cheese inspector, open up!
I don't have
I
any
love cheese.
No,
That's
you
what we're
do
trying to
now.
inspect.
I don't have any cheese. Bugger off.
How do you know whether or not the cheese is hiding?
Open up!
Because I would have eaten it then.
You can't eat a mimic.
Get off my property. And you hear the boots
Wally,
from the door.
Wally is impressed Fernando knows what a mimic is.
He's a ranger. Of course he does. I would assume that doesn't require any rolls, Jonas.
I have a
Did you
question
encounter a
for the.
mimic in the goblin dungeon? Oh no, wait, you
thought
never
so.
found that room.
No, we never found that room. But I figured.
We didn't fight it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I know.
Does that require a roll, or do
What are you trying to do?
he's just calling upon memory of a mimic? Do I have to roll something? I wasn't sure. I didn't mean to cheat.
No,
I
you're
was just-
fine. They'll just let you make the joke.
Okay. Okay.
So, question to the DM first of all. Actually, it's to the group. She's going to look around to them and give a questioning look. Are we going to bother with niceties, or should we just burn this building down now? She's genuinely curious which decision the group wants to go with. You see her hands crackle slightly.
I mean, I say we give them a chance, at least explain themselves.
Everybody deserves a second
we can-
chance.
Then we can cut their heads off, you know.
Long look to Wooly on everybody deserves a second chance.
I like you, Mr. Cheese. I like you very much.
Can I just have 1 second, please?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, right. Never mind. Oh, can hear. Right. She has had an idea. She's going to have Turn Undead ready to go.
On the way down, I know we had some time to do discussion on the way down, but Sheev would have actually asked. So Sheev knows that Sigrid is a druid at this point, having seen the things that she can do. Yes.
I would assume so, yes.
Miss Sigrid, are you able to transform yourself into something small to sneak in, or large to smash the door down?
If I may, if I can help, I would like to just do this. Ashiana's going to clear her voice, and we'll just go. She's basically going to charge us, so she's going to basically try and lay on the charm. Are you absolutely sure you don't want to let us in? She says that quite loudly, so that anything inside can hear her.
Two of you now. What do you want? How many of yous are out there?
I'm guessing there's nothing going on inside then?
What was it you were trying to do? I couldn't hear
He
you.
cast she cast Turn Undead.
So any undead within 30 feet that can hear or see her start panicking, basically.
You don't hear anything other than him walking across the room and getting annoyed.
I'm Lady Sheev Derona of the city of whatever the name of the city is. Recalling in regards to the recent undead attack coming from supposedly this farm, you have 3 seconds before I incinerate your building.
Whoa, hold on.
2.
You hear a lock unlock. And the door swings open, halfway to reveal a young man, probably in his mid-20s, looking rather thin and wearing threadbare clothing. He has a little sunken expression around his eyes. He looks like he hasn't had a proper meal in a while. And he just kind of leans around the door and says, "What are you on about, undead?"
Oh, that's disappointing. She's going to turn to Wooly.
Journus,
Yeah.
I crave your indulgence. While this lot were like trying to lay on the charm and to have a bit of banter, would you allow Wally to have ritual cast detect magic in that time?
Sure, why not? I would say you would have had time to prepare before you approached the house.
Thank you. I won't bother clicking it because you know the deal. So, in a 30 feet radius of his current position, what does he detect?
You detect one source of magic, of enchantment magic, here.
Ooh. Intriguing. Now then, I believe you are about to say something, Dennis?
Yeah, basically, the moment he opened the door and he just looks really confused, she's going to be like, "Oh, it's not him after all. No murder." And she basically just looks over to the speaker, basically, to have a conversation with him. She's not interested in this peasant.
Than says, "Yeah, there's all kinds of critters and creeps out there right now. We're going around trying to find where they might have come from. You might have crazy stuff in your basement.
I don't have a basement.
You might if the crazy stuff is crazy enough."
Actually, on the note of crazy stuff, sir, are you aware that there is something within your domicile that is emitting enchantment magics?
Yeah?
And what might that be, if you don't mind my asking?
Well, it's a lamp.
Some light cantrip, is it?
Yeah. It's been in the family for years.
Well, in the interest of your safety, would you object if we come in and inspect it rather quickly? There are strange happenings about, after all, and we're just concerned.
He kind of leans and looks out the door, looks around at your party, looks down at Cheese. I don't really have a choice, do I?
Nah, it's best if you just go with it.
No,
Just let us in.
Roll persuasion with advantage then, Wooly.
I'm so glad I got to use this trait this time. Persuasion, advantage. That's a 20.
No.
Okay. He hits out a big heavy sigh, holds up his finger in a 1 second gesture. He closes the door and you hear a few more locks and a chain rattle, and then he opens the door and steps back.
Well done, Wooly.
And you are able to peer in to the main room of the house. It's pretty threadbare. You can see there are dust voids around from where there used to be furniture. There used to be things mounted on the wall, but right now it is pretty stark.
Than walks down past the guy and looks at the stair. Is that going up or down?
It goes up into what amounts to just the rafters of the building, just with a sheet of wood over it. There's enough space up there for a few beds, but again, if there was furniture up there, it has been removed, and now there's just a few empty boxes, crates, sacks, and what looks like a travelling bedroll that has been put on a pile of old cushions and cloaks.
And at that, Theninu says, "Huh," looks up and says, "Just you?"
Yeah.
Well, you needn't worry, sir. Just a few moments of your time, and then we'll be on our way. He says as he heads towards the enchantment magic.
Yeah, and at that, Thanyanio's going to back him up.
Presume this is a locked door, or shut door, rather.
It's just a curtain. You push
Oh,
it
okay.
aside. You push it aside. You push it push it aside. Never.
Yeah.
I kept missing the title. And with your detect magic, you do sense the object on the table is the source of the magic, and it does appear to be a carved stone in the shape of what looks like a nightingale, and it is giving off a soft yellow light.
Nice. That's pretty.
This does appear to be above board. Regretfully, I don't have identifier prepared, nor the means with which to cast it, so I can't commit a more thorough investigation at this moment in time, and I don't see a valid reason to confiscate the man's means of light.
You want to play good adventure or bad adventure?
Didn't. It's the last thing I have in my mum. But if you're really interested, he turns and looks at it and lets out a low whistle, and the light dims until it fades. And then he whistles again, and it lightens back up to the way it was. He looks at Wooly and his little head tilt with a "Are you satisfied?" look.
Wally will nod. This all seems rather above board. Everything's fine here.
Fan is suspicious. Can I do a perception or something to see if this guy's annoyed with us, or if he's nervous? Do I get the sense that he's hiding inside?
I'd also like to join in with that if you'll allow me, Jonas.
Oh, Fan.
Oh, Wally.
This guy's
Well, they're working together, so wouldn't he?
Stone-faced. Cheese, I would say you have direct line of sight of him, so if you want, you can make an insight as well.
A smart boy, but
Not
He
to
looks
matter too much.
kind of annoyed, maybe? It's hard to tell. These humans' faces are weird.
Yeah, not to matter too much. Lady Sheep, she's kind of leaning up against the side of the building, looking very bored, as noble women often do, but she is this whole thing through this window here. Would I be able to
look.
inside?
Sorry.
Considering you're outside the cabin and you can barely hear them, you wouldn't really be able to roll an insight on that, I'm afraid, Dennis.
Fair enough.
Fan gestures for Wooly to come over to here. Can you come here for a second? We're going to talk amongst ourselves.
Just one moment, sir. What's up?
He says loudly enough for the other guy to hear, and giving a look to Wooly, hoping that he'll figure things out. He says,
"Oh boy,
I don't know. I'm starting to get suspicious of this guy. I think we should report him."
Report me for
This
what?
whole thing seems. What? This isn't about you right now. This doesn't
You've
concern
just
you.
said it was about me.
You don't know we're talking about you or not.
You should
What do you
report
say,
this
Justin?
guy. I am the only this guy in this vicinity, unless you're counting the little goblin.
Ignoring him for a moment, he says, I don't know. I'm just getting a bad vibe from this. I feel like, he's hiding something, or maybe he's just, trying to keep us off a trail that we're on. We're going to have to find something at some point. We're going to have to give them
Trail?
something.
This is my family home. I've nowhere else to go.
What do you
Because
say,
those
Willie?
gits in the town don't like us.
Wait a minute. Wow. Hold it. What are you saying about the folks in town?
Stuck-up jackasses. Chased me off when my father pinned that bloody voodoo thing on me.
Okay, this is exactly what we're looking for.
That was
And
years ago.
At this point, Thananio very coldly, and not in a cold mean way, but just the raw facts, relates the story of what he was told by the folks in the town about the whole situation involving the in plain about the necromancy in plain English to the guy, or common.
Yeah, but
And that's what they told us.
That was me dad. After me mum died, my dad tried to get her back with all sorts of horrible stuff. And then when they found it, he pinned it on me.
Do you know where your dad is now? Because that's the fellow we're looking for.
He dead. He had a heart attack or poisoned himself with some of his works.
And do I have to do a separate insight or something on that specific detail? Because he's really focusing in on whether the guy's lying about his dad being dead.
Sure, roll insight.
I just don't want to mega roll.
He seems to be telling the truth, and he seems to be getting angry at the memory of it.
I'm sorry, but yeah, it does sound like some people in town are trying to give you a bad reputation.
Yeah, of course.
Namely, his not quite so dead father.
What do you mean he's not
Shani,
Yeah.
Shani's going
and
to kind of step to the curtains because the cart well, according to people we asked, the cart in question came from this farm.
Yeah.
Dynenio explains what was in the cart and the nature of what happened in the town at this point. He relates it, and they're pinning it on you.
You see, as you start talking about the flower on the cart, you can see a little smirk just slowly slides onto his face. And then you start talking about what it did. The smirk fades as he starts to look really sick and the colour drains from his face. And he's like, I wasn't supposed to do that. It was
Tell us what you know.
It was
Sorry,
supposed to just smell bad.
Well,
You
it definitely
did
did that.
You did said it. He says, You face
the
now.
guy who
Sorry.
sold it to me just says that it blooms once a year and it smells like a corpse. He said it was a corpse flower. I just wanted to ruin their festival for one... to stink them out.
Now, sir,
Please describe this individual in excessive detail.
Yeah, and at that
Hands
point,
are grabbing.
Dynenio pulls out his dagger and starts polishing it with a kerchief.
Okay.
Just absently, not even looking at the guy.
He starts to describe a portly gentleman with vivid pink skin, sweats, very sweaty, and a large walrus-like mustache.
History check.
Point of question. History check.
Sure, roll a history check.
History check for a specific person who, we met earlier.
thank you, Big Brain Welly.
So, yeah. Sheev, you recognize this description immediately. Wooly and Tianyu, you recognize it as well. You recognize it as a man who was blustering around trying to make himself sound important and impressive in the handling of the disaster.
At that realization, Dynenio looks at the others and says, "The mayor, you're coming with us." And he runs out to head back to town at max speed, and he's saying we need you to tell them. We need you to tell them.
Ow! You hit me! Ow! But he's
Now. Again, I would say this as well, as Theanio's doing that, Sheev has gone from I'm about to murder this person to this is the most important person in the world right now, and she's going to be making sure he is taken care of.
Does it? And now, is this guy close to the size of Dynenio?
Yeah. He's roughly around your height, but he is also emaciated. This guy is starved. He has no muscle to him. It looks like he had some muscle in him in his youth, but he's had a number of hard years. But go on.
Is it safe to assume that Dynenio has one change of clothes at least?
Yeah. You would have some travel.
He says, get into these while we're going. People are going to need to believe you. They're not going to believe you dressed like that. Just like this, people will listen to you. Put them on.
Roll persuasion or intimidation.
Yes. Give me 1 second to find it.
Lady Dorona will give advantage in any way she can. If it's intimidation, hands crackling. If it's persuasion, she'll be very calm and saying, I recently lost my manservant. I would be more than happy to employ you as my personal retainer when I am elected mayor.
Okay.
Do it for Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Come on, you, Bob.
After hearing what the lady has says, do you want to continue with the intimidation or do you want to try persuasion? I'm being nice.
Persuasion. Gonna change. And, because as soon as Shiv says that, then Enio's like, yeah, that.
You can scream at you all you want, but you can't go outside.
Here's a roll for persuasion.
Alright. He looks at Theanu, looks at the clothes, and you can see him, start to curl his lip, and then he hears Duragna say that, and he's like, I could do with the job. And he just starts quickly getting changed as you're pulling him along at the same time. But eventually he gets himself somewhat dressed as you make your way around the town.
Yeah, we're heading back, and we're looking for where the mayor is.
I'd like to do something on the way.
Yes.
Sure.
Wally's gonna boop this gentleman and cast Mage Armor on him.
Mm-hmm.
Good call.
Mm-hmm.
And anyone says, and anybody, we need, something else we're gonna need for this? Witnesses. We're gonna need people who were there, maybe the people most affected, who have something at stake. I want to get a crowd when they confront this mayor guy.
Oh, yes, we're going to do this in front of the entire town.
As many people as possible who are still alive, anyway.
Well, you do enter back into the square. By this stage, it has been a few days since the incident now, and with your help, they've managed to clear the bodies away. There's a secondary square over here where there's just been a pyre burning to get rid of the bodies. So this area is one of the few clear places in the city, and that's where a lot of people are camping out, stayed in this house. So a lot of people are milling around in this area. And you do see the mayor is again going around trying to throw his weight around. Basically, I am helping organize things.
And,
I would say, if I may, again, I'm so sorry.
Yes. No.
If, as we're heading up, Sheev is thinking to herself, right, if you give me a couple of minutes, I will speak to some of the more useful guards and have them on our side before we confront him. Does that seem agreeable?
To me, it's exactly what you need at this point. We're going to need support, and this guy's going to have some loyalists. Every pompous, arrogant politician does.
Would this be an investigation to find the most useful people?
Sure.
And some advice from Thenenyo, even though he assumes Shiv knows it. He says, look for hard faces, not sympathetic faces. You'll get what you need.
Roll me a... Go investigation. Sure, why not?
Oh, okay. Straight roll?
Sure. You find a few members of the guards who you're friendly with, and they agree to tango along with you. The others you talk to are just bone tired. And they're like,
Of course.
I'm sorry, but I've just spent so many hours moving bodies, I can't.
Of course, no problem. If you hear shouting and all that, I might need your aid, but don't worry, don't trouble yourself.
You're not going to start trouble, are you?
Oh no, we're going to finish it.
Alright.
Fist pump from Thenenyo.
Strangely confused, but you see him, buckle his sword belt on, just in case.
Good man, good man.
So
But
you've
yeah,
like-
on the way
like
up,
4 guards with you now.
yeah, on the way up, she's going to be chatting to them, and over the course of a minute, she's gonna basically do the diplomat thing, the whole charm, and basically explain with example A, the farmer boy. She's going to explain the whole situation, and the rest of the group, I assume, would back her up.
Okay.
So they have been brought up to speed.
And you're doing this publicly in front of everyone?
Oh,
And
absolutely.
I am sending you a message, Jonas.
Roll me a intelligence check with advantage, Thianya.
Yes. This is. Oh, I'm so glad I got an advantage on that.
That is totally what this guy did.
Yeah, so Shiv looks over at Benenia looks over at Shiv and says, the way I figure it, I've had a minute to think. This guy wanted to create an artificial crisis. Artificial crisis, and it got out of hand. He didn't know what he had. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But it got out of hand. He was going to march in and say, I've saved the day. Manufactured crisis. Nothing brings people together like that. Maybe he's in political trouble.
Well, she's saying this to the entire anyone who's around. Well, I, of course, am going to leave it to the popular vote whether or not we bring back the death penalty in his particular instance. But in the meantime, I would appreciate all your support as we bring this criminal to justice. And
I'm
she's
100% certain.
You can just see a shiny stroking the whip that's on a belt.
And he says,
What
and he
I would
said,
like
and then
for you to do, DeVillo,
Yes.
First
Yes,
off-
ma'am.
I would like you to roll me a performance check.
haha,
A performance. Okay.
Yes, for your oration.
Straight roll. Yes.
Uh,
can it be with
Sure.
advantage because Benigno is there nodding along to everything, being her hype man?
well, she's going to get advantage on her persuasion roll for that. But first off is the
Oh, okay.
performance and how many people she can gather attention from.
Of course.
You're
Well-
saying this pretty loudly, and a number of people are turning and looking at you, and going, "You what? What's she saying? I don't know. Can I hear?" And
Mm-hmm.
roll your persuasion.
Persuasion. Okay. With advantage.
All right. So you state your case as loud as you can. Unfortunately, the bubble of the crowd mostly drowns it out, except for the people who are nearby. However, as you start laying out the evidence you have, they start paying attention. They start getting other people's attention. You start to hear the people in front of you talking and murmuring and getting angry and louder. And as they're getting angry and louder, people on the other side of the square are turning around to see what's going on. They're worried that there's going to be another fight or someone turned. But as they come over to investigate what's going on, you can almost see the story spreading through the crowd. And you start to see people pointing towards this barricade.
Mm-hmm.
And on your elevated spot, I assume you stood on a barrel to do this, you can see
Oh,
that
yes.
they are pointing at the mayor who is standing on the barricade and trying to make himself look important and is pointing to several different streets and houses as he's talking to some of the men beside him.
Shall we have a conversation, my friends? She starts walking.
Than is flipping his dagger up and down and going, yes.
Okay. The
Scouts
crowd-
honor, guys. I did not intend to complete the showboat the entire one shot. I expected her to die in 2 hits. So
No,
you know.
it's amazing. It's
almost
awesome.
did. So,
Yeah.
crowd parts. The mayor looks confused as he looks at you, sees the boy, and you see his face just kind of pale as he puts on a fake, almost pained smile. He's like, Mr. Drona, how are you today?
I'm very, very happy. She turns around and again, she's just going to recount the entire story to everybody here who's not heard it. Again, examples, this, that, and the other. And unless he interrupts her or anything, she will, once she's said her piece, she will ask the crowd whether or not they wish for a trial or an execution.
And
He
familiar with
tries
truth
to
tells?
stammer out explanations. Just basically, he denies it at first, but as people are getting angrier and angrier and the evidence is mounting, he just eventually starts blubbering with excuses. It wasn't supposed to get that bad. It was only supposed to be a few people. And as soon as he says that, they're out for blood. You see
Oh,
a number of people grab him and start dragging him over here.
can I make a suggestion? Is there enough way for me to do that?
I mean, the crowd's pretty riled up.
She is
yell it out.
listening. She is listening.
Intention. Go on and say what you want to say, because they have an idea in mind.
Yes. So does Stan. Why don't we see how he likes what he created?
Oh.
That was alright.
Oh, I like that idea.
See, we don't like the death penalty. Too many negative connotations. So we reckon exile is the best way to go about it. So he's free to leave through the Catway Gate.
And is this loud enough for the mayor to hear this all happening?
Oh yeah.
And then he says, and, depending on what happens, you could keep him around as an example for forever.
We'll see what happens, won't we?
Yeah.
They essentially drag him. He is bawling and screaming, and they chuck him over the barricade. He starts panicking and pounding the barricade, trying to climb back over, but every time he tries to get over the top, he gets kicked down, and they start pointing crossbows at him.
And Nino starts singing a loud tavern song as loud as he can.
You see, starting to come out of the side streets are a few of the straggling zombies, until they're about 4 or 5, starting to come near him. He turns with his back to the barricade. He's like, "You can't leave me unarmed. It's inhumane."
You're absolutely right. She's going to take one of her 2 daggers. A beautiful, jeweled thing. She's going to balance it on a finger, Thanos style, for a second. And she's going to throw it down into the floor, knife point down at his feet. And good luck. Do never return.
Last time you gave me a pistol. Being there's 2 of us, a gentleman would give us a pair of pistols. It'll be one pistol, same as before. And you can be the gentleman. And you believe.
I fucking love that movie. Here's the thing, she does have a pair of daggers, but she's not a gentleman.
She's a lady. So
Whoa.
he grabs up the dagger and holds it in front of him in the most awkward, undisciplined grip you have ever seen. This is not a man who's versed in combat. And he whimpers as he starts to try and dodge his way down the streets until eventually he rounds a corner. And you can start to hear the collective moan of zombies that have found something to follow. And all the ones that are starting to come out of the streets start moving after him. After a little while, you start to hear screaming in the streets.
You play beautifully, Theano. Thank you so much.
Hey, nanny, hey, hey, goodbye. Nanny, hey, goodbye.
The last thing Shiva's going to do, I think she's done enough showboat in this session. She's going to turn to other people and say, well, we have more important things to do now. We continue to clean the streets and make sure we can try and recover any survivors in more remote pockets. But I think within the next week or so, we should probably find an election for a replacement. In the meantime, as I say, we have more important things to take care of. We need to find the rest of our people and deal with this problem. And she is going to be working.
Okay. So, with that revelation, the source of the zombie plague was found and punished. And all it's needed now is to rebuild. And that is where we will end the flourish.
I love it.
Well,
That
like-
Love it,
combat
Johnny.
went way quicker than I expected.
Yeah.
The way it was set up, I was like, oh shit, this is going to be a 3-hour combat. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, me too. Which is a wonderful surprise. Did you write this, Ernest?
She did.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
If
Yeah,
you
seriously.
are curious, the creature was indeed a corpse flower. I could have been meaner with it.
What's the third thing it does?
It plucks one of its little corpses and resurrects it into a zombie that
geez.
has the stench of death ability.
Oh god, so it's like a
Ooh.
gas.
So it would basically, yeah, it would have been like a ghast, but because this was being animated by the corpse flower, it would have had the full stats of a zombie, not the modified 1 hit point ones. So it was going to do that in the turn that Sylve took away one of its toys. So it went to reclaim its toy rather than use up its other corpses, because it only had 2 left.
Yeah, speaking of what had only a few left, guess how many hit points then Ennio had during that whole act today?
5 hit points.
1.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah, if Fernando had gone down, then Ashana would have used her last level 2 spell slot for Prayer of Healing.
He was desperately, he was like, the way I had it, he was the guy in the movie who wasn't going to reveal that he was dying in the zombie movie.
Like I said, Ashani, I was basically waiting for someone to go down so Ashani could mass heal.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
not,
that's
not
why-
to be that person, but I'm pretty sure he did later on. But yeah.
I mean, he's not the only one.
So when he let it away, he was near death, and he's like, "What am I thinking?" It was like,
Well, that's why Ashani moved to the middle of the roof, so she could
yeah,
get everyone with it. So it was ready to go, just didn't really need to use it.
I'm still genuinely surprised how much damage that dealt to you guys.
oh yeah, it was whooping us. It was great.
I'm so glad our dedicated healer was flying as well. That whole thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you.
I'm really glad I turned Wally into an abjuration wizard because that kept him alive.
Oh,
I just remembered circle strafe. If you got wings, use them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
the caw, by the way, that the pigeon was going to do was suggesting that that this good sister light a torch and just start setting everything on fire, flying back and forth.
No, I did tweak what I had originally planned, just because it fit with Dennis's character story. The boy would still have been innocent. It was just that he went into the festival to sell pretty much what good furniture was left in his house for money and food. He just didn't realize that one of his father's creations was in there.
Oh no!
His father was the necromancer and blamed his son when he was caught. And since his son was kind of a delinquent, everyone believed it and chased him away. So he was still technically innocent in this. But
Yeah.
that was my original plan, but I just tweaked it because it fitted with Dennis's story.
Yeah,
Um,
and it also helps to have a real threat, a real villain rather than
Yes.
circumstance.
It's perfect, and then the party can get to decide what to do with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so here's the point. If you had just killed him, you would have found a journal saying that he found some of his father's old stuff. I'll try and sell it in town. But what point is, this wasn't an act of maliciousness.
No.
I didn't want it to be an act of maliciousness because I thought it would be a fun little tweak to see how players deal with this guy's kind of innocent. It's not his fault, but people are braying for blood, so what do we do?
Yeah.
But
No, I like it.
I loved it. I was like a great story. I thought it had a really good, and the ending works really well.
good. I'm glad you were smart enough to pull the corpse flower out of the street and onto the roof, out of reach of the zombies. So I will tell you what my other group did when I originally came up with this concept and basically done it as a quick 2-hour session. They ran. They startled the corpse flower and just ran. They had 2 casters that had Mage Hand, so they used Mage Hand to move ropes across the roofs to tie knots, shimmy across, move the ropes across roofs, tie knots and shimmy across. They fell a grand total of 4 times. Ended up getting cornered in a building, broke their way into a chimney breast, climbed up the chimney, got to the final gate, opened the mechanism. One of them almost did a heroic sacrifice so the others could flee and then close the gate behind him, but he chickened out at the very end and just made it with a nat 20 athletics check to get out before the portcullis slammed closed.
No.
That was it. They just ran away and left the people in the keep.
Delightful.
I was really
That's one
hoping.
Yeah?
I personally was really hoping that we could have saved the town fully. Like, oh, you kill the plant, its toxins clear, and everybody goes back to normal.
Then, though, I mean, that's yeah, but then you've got to think of all the people who were under mind control that we murdered.
Well, yeah, not only that, there's that element, but also I feel like that would be something that you could always include in a module and say, if the players don't kill anyone and you're dealing with players who maybe don't want the story to go as dark,
To be honest,
and you know them.
To be honest, that also doesn't count the people who died of their bite wounds and injuries.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm agreeing. I'm just saying that
Instead
you
of
could
going
always...
Walking Dead zombies, you're going like 28 day later sprinters that are not actually dead, they're just feral.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and you could always give that an option to people as another possibility depending on the group, because there may be a group that's really sensitive to civilian casualties or something, and that would be like another option you could always put in. I'm personally of the idea that dead is dead, and so I'm perfectly happy with, for me personally, this is better what you did. But that's always like something to. One of the things I liked when I used to read modules was like little sections where it would say, if the players are like this, then do this. If the players are more like this, then do that. I used to like those like little reality bends in modules, so that's always cool.
I was just saying, at this stage too, if you want to do this a little longer, you could do like a mini boss rush where you're reclaiming important areas of the city. Like at this stage here, where I've got the barricades, you could continue on where they venture down certain streets looking for survivors or trying to get supplies, or trying to help clear away to another gate.
Yeah, and this is like, and once you've actually reclaimed the city and everything, and you've opened up trade and all that jazz, because of the way these zombies work, all it takes is for one of them to get out and about outside of the city, and yeah, you could have a countrywide epidemic.
Yep, it could even grow.
This is the start of a campaign.
Yeah,
and it's cool. It's really really cool. It can go in a lot of different directions.
Yeah, and all because someone was being petty.
I will probably write this up, same as I did with Missing Gold. And we'll see how that goes. But I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I will happily take any feedback you have on it. But moving on to that, play the game.
I would say the multiple lightning strikes by the new mayor.
Yeah.
Unlimited power, my friends.
I am the Senate.
Yeah.
She will be soon.
Have the Senate.
I'll link that build in the
That reminds me,
Dice and Dolts chat, actually.
That reminds me, I really need to work on that Star Wars one shot.
Oh heck yeah!
Yeah, and it also makes me realize, does that mean that the guy farmhouse is Jar Jar? I want to give emergency powers to
So,
she's gonna help us.
aside from
Remember.
per Bob, fail of the game.
Don't think it really was one, to be honest.
I'm gonna say Fan deciding to hide the fact that he was like near death.
I don't know.
I thought that was epic.
I think Wally's ultimately unimpressive dragon breath.
Oh, that was
Yeah, it was
yeah.
really funny.
That is kind of why Ashani took an interest in him.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, about that. We didn't get to do anything about that, but yes, I imagine that once things calmed down, Wally would have like eased his way over and just be like, "So, Fernando believes you have an interest in me, dear sister."
Well, Professor, we could always find somewhere private to discuss this.
Ooh,
Yes, I-
my.
Yes,
also
I think
gonna-
that would be for the best.
Got them
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, mate, it's Sune. Like, Ashani is a cleric of Sune, and Sune is pretty liberal, and as long as it's all consensual between adults,
Yep.
yeah, it's all good.
What is it with your
She got-
characters always getting tail?
Where is the dragon bone?
In
So
some
I would like
cases,
to ask
literally.
a question.
All your romantic interests
Yes.
have tails.
Yes. Hell,
So-
even Colrath does now.
Before we go, I would like to ask a question to my beautiful wife, the druid. What did you think?
Yeah.
Why you gotta put me on the spot like that?
Because I'm a dick. I'm so
Because
sorry.
we
But did you
were-
enjoy yourself?
Yeah, I did. I had fun.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
And like I say, open invitation for Tuesdays.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can
I-
play with squish.
I
I'm
forget.
also
Let me check.
gonna say I posted Wooly to the player chat.
What was that, Icy?
You're not. Well, hang on.
Yeah, I
I
see
can only
what's going on.
have up to 10 players, and I've 7 in so far.
Oh, you've got a limit on the number of players.
Yeah, well, yeah. Even at pro, you have a cap.
Oh, right. Okay.
To be fair, that's merely because larger parties are harder to manage.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, we know.
They really are.
So Deanna is in, but I don't think she has a sheet yet. I don't know if she's gonna be able to
She
join us.
hasn't got a sheet, but I need you to give me control of it because I've got a token for her and I've got a character sorted for her.
Gonna be able to join?
But
What's that stuff?
I've got a token for her and I've got a character sheet ready to go for her. Just need you to put it in for me in Roll20 and I can edit it.
Okay.
Alright, so, with that, I think we'll continue these discussions off the air. So, it's going to be a good night for me. Thank you for putting up with my bloodthirst. I pulled no punches in the one-shots.
No.
Going down the list, it's going to be a good night from newcomer Aja, Meg.
Bye.
A goodbye from Wooly, chasing that tail.
Good night, everybody.
A good night from the playboy Thianyo, who has made off with more than his fair share of the riches again.
No, he gave his share to Wooly, and he gestures over to Lady Shiv and says, "Riches indeed." And good night, everyone.
A good night from the Lady Mare. Hello.
Good night, everybody. Do wash your hands, wear a mask, try to avoid spreading any kind of contagion. Otherwise, I will find out.
And Rip Bob.
Yes, at least we have new Bob.
Yep.
No, Fernando and the new guy have to battle for who's the new Bob.
Oh, no.
Hey.
The Bob is disposable. There's only one Theanyo.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Hey,
That makes sense.
Dollface. Hey, Dollface, I'm irreplaceable.
Good night from the ever so cheesy Icy.
Good night, everyone.
And lastly, a good night from flying just out of reach, Sephi.
She got those Dragon Balls.
She sure has.
Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Oh, no.